We are here. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Stock Markets with Bruce. It's Uncle Bruce here. Welcome to Thursday, May the 27th, 2021. Another fun day coming up here in the markets. How are the shares going to do that we're following the most? So far, not too many complaints. I think we're going to have ourselves an interesting day today. It's kind of interesting to see how the media is reacting to the GameStop shares, the AMC movement, and other stocks. Funny how they cover it and how they discuss it and how they react to it and what they're trying to make sense of it, I suppose. What I'm finding interesting is how when it comes to GameStop in particular, they just don't talk about the GameStop situation from the corporate side. They absolutely do not. I mean, there's no mention of the CEO announcement that we're all waiting for. But then again, it's not important for them to care. I mean, I'll cut them a break. Do they need to know? Are they waiting on bated breath for the CEO of GameStop? No, but it is a material thing that we're waiting on. The first quarter financials, we're waiting for them. We know about them. We know they're about to be released. We're seeing financials coming out from everybody else right now. GameStop, imminent. What I like to see, what I'm really happy about is outfits like Dick's Sporting Goods and other retailers are showing really strong numbers, like really above estimates, higher. I'm convinced that we're in the same ballpark here. I think that GameStop will release much stronger numbers than perhaps the critics were expecting or predicting. The company itself, GameStop, did not predict anything dramatic for the first quarter. And I do know that I remember hearing and reading about the first month of the first quarter was very good. It was like 5% higher than the year before. The second month, that would have been March, was 19% higher than the year before. Now we're waiting for the April, and then combine all three and come on out with a number. And we also know that GameStop in the last 90 days and before has been selling a lot of the new consoles that were delayed because of the chip shortage. So there was this demand that couldn't be satisfied, and the console manufacturers, Sony and Microsoft, try to crank out the product as quick as possible. So we should see and we should expect pretty good numbers for the first quarter. Question two will be, what about the first month of the second quarter? And that would be May. How's that looking? So are we going to get the first quarter financials before the end of this month? This is the 27th of May. We're going to get these in the next 3-4 days. Or is this coming out right at the annual meeting, the week of or the day before, or I'm guessing closer to that than now, but I don't know. We'll find out when we find out. And also about the CEO search. We're now on the 27th, so we have 4 days to go, and then 9 more. I think it's 13 days for the annual meeting. Rough stuff, something like less than 2 weeks, 2 weeks or less, let's say. There's a lot of news coming corporately, but you notice, those of you who do or do not notice this, the big media, and I'll talk about CNBC in particular, they're talking about the meme stock phenomena. That's all they're talking about. And to be fair, it should be mentioned because AMC is absolutely moving because of the meme stock phenomena. No question about it. If you have over 300 million shares of AMC trade yesterday, which we did, this is not on fundamentals. It's not like the company miraculously found $5 billion to pay off their long-term debt. They didn't. They're still carrying it. This weekend's box office, I don't care how good it is. They can fill every seat in every theater. They will not pay off any of their debt after this weekend. They need momentum like that for years corporately to put them in a better shape. But there's no arguing the fact that the shares of AMC have had a heck of a run this last week and a half, and none of it has to do with the corporate situation. They raised, remember, $450 million at $9.50 a share 3 weeks ago. Do you think they sold it too low? Now you think? Do you think it would be a good idea for AMC right now to issue $1 billion in stock to the street will take it. I mean, 300 million traded yesterday, even if it was an average of $19 a share, $18 a share, pick your number. We're talking $5.5 billion in stock that's trading hands yesterday. If I got my math right, and I don't think I'm high on that one, I might be low on it. $1 billion of that could have gone into the treasury, where, bringing the debt from 5.5 to 4.5 billion. That would justify a higher value for the company or higher prospects on a corporate basis. But there's no way they can do that. They have tapped out all the shares that they're allowed to issue, from what I understand. They're not going to allow, the story is that the company will not be issuing more paper and not increasing their float, the amount of paper they're allowed to issue, which is too bad, because the stock at $18, $19, and $20 is perfectly priced to raise hundreds of millions, like 500 million a shot. You could just raise 500 million every couple of weeks here and just throw that money at the banks and go, here, piss off. Here it is. This 10% loan we have, gone. This 12% loan, gone. You're diluting the stock, but you're diluting it way fewer shares way up here rather than at $9 a share. They can't do it. They've locked themselves in, and so shareholders and gamblers, speculators are all excited because there's a limit of how many shares are out there. Shares are restricted. This could really run. Okay, who's going to make money? Shareholders are going to make money flipping the stock. Day traders are going to make money flipping the stock. The company makes nothing, not making a dime out of all this movement, not making a dime, not helping the corporate side at all. And I really wonder, wow, what's that all about? We're going to see. GameStop, look, closed at 242 last night. What a run we've had on GameStop, folks. Anyone complaining? No complaints. Has it gone further than I thought it would go? Yeah, sooner. Further and sooner on news that I wasn't anticipating. I wasn't anticipating the NFT non-fungible tokens Ethereum thing, and I still don't fully understand it. As you can plainly see by me going, it's a thing. It sounds like a pretty darn good thing. It sounds like a really big thing, but the company hasn't made an official announcement about it. GameStop hasn't done any official news release to tell us what this is. Now, this could have a serious material effect on the well-being, higher well-being, much better well-being for AMC. This could be really, really good for AMC. GameStop, I should say, for GameStop. But for GameStop, they're not talking to us about this thing. This news we're hearing about is coming from other sources. It's not coming from GameStop personally, directly, like right out of their thing. I'm doing this. I'm going, why not? Again, to try to be as objective as I can. It's so hard. I guess so many of you don't believe that I'm trying to be objective. Those of you who have the hate on for this channel, I'm trying to be objective and go, well, maybe they didn't want to talk about it at all. They wanted to talk about this whole NFT thing at the annual meeting. Maybe it was being held off until, or they wanted to announce the new CEO, who is going to be very much a driver of this thing, and have that announcement come out with this announcement, and then the whole plan could have been blown up. I don't know. This could be a leak that leaked out that shouldn't have leaked out, or it was a planned leak that was leaked. I mean, look at me. I don't know. I'm just telling you what I see, and I'm reacting to what I'm reacting to. I'm happy of how the shares have done. Yes, I am. Those of you who've been with me the last 3 months, we've been grinding this thing out. We've been hanging around here between 145 and 185 a share for quite a while, and we got a breakout. Yes, we did. And it reached 248 yesterday afternoon for like that much time, closing at 242, trading right now in the pre-market at 234. If it backs off to 220, 215, 220, am I upset? Nope. As a matter of fact, that might be healthy for this thing. A little back off and then a regroup and then another run. But I don't know if GameStop's going to do that. I don't know. I'm just here watching 180,000 trade in the pre-market, and we're at 234. That's what I'm seeing. We're down 840 a share. Those of you out there who have written call contracts against GameStop, you've written call contracts at the 200 mark, the 210, the 220 mark. those of you who are, writing calls that you thought were 40, 50, well, you knew they were 40, 50, $60 out of the money when you wrote them. And all of a sudden you're looking at this going, I'm in the money. They're in the money. Oh my gosh. My recommendation is sit tight and relax. Just chill. And let's just see what this stock does. If the shares back off to the $2.15, $20 level today on a pullback, it might be in the first 15 minutes of the opening. I could be wrong. It could happen. It could be in the first hour. It could be at lunchtime. It could be towards the end of the day. If they reach back to where your contracts were, written at or less, and you're able to scoop your contracts back for barely what you paid for them or less, great. Then make your move. Keep in mind that between now and tomorrow afternoon, this next, say, 24 plus 4 hours, 28 hours in time, whatever contracts are out there that expire tomorrow afternoon, they will lose their premium over the next 28 hours very quickly. So if they have a $2 premium, a $4 premium, a $6 premium, this will get chewed up, and it'll be chewed down to book value plus maybe a buck or something like that as we come in. So if you've written a call contract that is in the money, but also has a $2 to $5 premium on top of it, you don't want to buy it back right now. You don't need to worry about that. If, however, the shares do a $15 swan dive from here and reach the 210, 212, 214 level, it might be then worth your while, if that's kind of the bottom end of it, to then buy back your calls, sit on your stock, do nothing, just do nothing now. Let the weekend come and go and see how we start next week. Because if the shares do another rebound and pop to the 235, 45, 50 level in anticipation of the annual meeting, in anticipation of announcement, well, you might be an option writer a week from now, 4 days from now, a week and a half from now, after the annual meeting. We'll see. Will you be an option writer at 270, 280, 300, 320? You could be. You've got to give the shares time to breathe. I've noticed last night that on Jim Cramer, he talked about the fact that you don't short AMC and you don't short GameStop right now. You do not do that. You've got to be absolutely out of your mind. You've got to be ludicrous, because the folks at Wall Street Bets and Reddit are closely monitoring the exact numbers of shares being officially quoted as shorted on the stock. What no one talks about, have you noticed this? Nobody is talking about the perceived artificial shares that are short, or the synthetic shares out there, the gamma squeeze situation. No one's going there. Why? They can't. Why? They don't know. They don't know. They're not either buying into the notion, or they're just not aware of it, or they don't believe it. And maybe their advisors and researchers and whoever they're using, I'm talking about Jim Cramer and anyone else on the air, anywhere else, they may have advisors that are saying to them, you can't talk about that. Maybe it's their own lawyers. Maybe it's in-house legal counsel saying you can't go there because that is pure speculation. There is no basis of fact. You cannot produce documentation convincing a court or convincing anyone that you're on top of that story. So you're going to have to be, talk about what you can talk about what's official, talk about what's been released by the New York Stock Exchange, talk about, the actual short interest position, all of that. You can talk about that all you want. And then you can speculate all you want about why the market is where it is and who is responsible for it. I did notice this morning on the CNBC, they had on the two people, Joe Terranova, and then they had a gentleman on who was from, I think, TD Waterhouse, the brokerage. And they were asking the two of them their thoughts and whatever. And the fellow from TD I found most interesting, because this is a street level person. This is as close as you're going to get to a floor trader on the New York Stock Exchange. This is as close as you're going to get to a desk trader. You're talking about a brokerage, executive who's telling us that retail investors are not driving this market. They're actually neutral here. There's just as much buying and selling on retail investors. Where the buying is coming from, institutional buying. But nobody wants to go there. I keep looking, I'm going, Andrew Ross Sorkin, why aren't you pursuing this angle? Why aren't you talking about or investigating what institutions are buying up GameStop and running it to $248 a share? Who would do that? The guys at TD are saying, and even Joe Terranova admitted, hey man, it's a great trade. It's a great trade for volume, for volatility, for movement. It's got everything going for it that traders want to see. Stock that does this in volume. Oh, do traders love this? Are they buying the fundamentals? He doesn't think so. I'm wondering if some institutions are putting the boots to other institutions, and that we've talked about that a million times here about how we're pretty sure that there are hedge funds out there who know exactly which hedge funds are short GameStop that shouldn't be, or have shorted too much, or who are involved in derivatives trades off the market where there could be a 10-to-1 volatility factor where every dollar the stock goes up or down, these hedge funds are making or losing $10 or $100 per dollar. I mean, it's the volatility and the leverage of these derivatives is just unthinkable. We're not talking stock options only. We're talking about like derivatives of stock options. So you and I can buy, I don't trade, but you guys can buy contracts on the open market or write a contract on the open market. One contract represents 100 shares. But on the derivatives market, if you want to negotiate a deal and gamble and bet on a stock, whatever it is, or a commodity or any entity, a currency, a metal, a crop, I don't care what you want to bet on, the housing market, remember 2008, you can bet on any commodity you want, and for every buck you put up, you can have 100 times leverage on it through a derivative, because there's always a taker on the other side. And there are all the side bets all around the table, people betting on the bettors. GameStop and AMC going higher and higher and higher means, to me, that there are billions being won and lost in the derivatives market off the exchange. It has nothing to do with the stock trading on the exchange. It has to do with how the derivatives are trading off the exchange based on how the stock is moving. But I'm convinced that there are some people out there, some entities out there who have every interest in the world to want to buy up this stock and run it up. Because on the derivative side over there, in the other room over there that no one gets to go into, that's where the billions are being made and lost. And you got to wonder, if you're on the winning team, you could be on a winning team of billions and billions of dollars on a derivative trade. Wouldn't you run this market? And wouldn't you try to short it if you were on the other side of this whole thing? And isn't that what we've been talking about here now for what, 4 months since February? We've talked about these attacks on GameStop shares out of nowhere for no reason, especially the big one that went from $346 a share to $171 a share in 25 minutes with 4 trading halts, and no one investigated it at the SEC or the New York Stock Exchange or anywhere else. Not even Congress investigated that. The stock went from 171 back to 280 that very day, closed up $20 on the day when it was all said and done, but it never got back to 346 after that attack. And then we saw for weeks and weeks after, on a daily basis, virtually, attack after attack that would drop the stock $50 at a time, $40 at a time, $60 at a time, $30 at a time, for no reason whatsoever. We saw them again and again and again. And I have to tell you that either it was a combination, I'm sure, of call and put contract action and derivatives action off the market. Definitely. And did that happen on AMC too? Probably. Yeah, probably. Is it happening now on both these stocks? Probably. But yesterday it spilled into the retail side when we saw and we witnessed 300 million shares of AMC trade hands. That is a number we haven't seen in a long, long time. And that, to me, is it's 370 million shares, 370 million yesterday. That is a sign of the retail investors coming in to the party now at 17 to $20 a share on AMC. This is the wrong time for retail investors to be buying AMC. It's the wrong time. It's at the high. Happens every time though, because by the time the retail investor wants in on the game is over, and the musical chairs are already being taken away when the lights are out. And when the lights come back on, there are fewer chairs. And right now, AMC is trading in the pre-market right at this minute. It closed at 1956 last night. It's 1853, down $1.03. And that's the pre-market on volume of 7.8 million. This is not good. Only 7.8 million traded first thing this morning, with 370 million traded last night in the open market. It's not good. You need 25 million in the pre-market right now. You need heavy volume to keep this game going. I'm just saying. I don't know. I do not know. GameStop did not trade 50 million shares a day for the last 4 days in a row. GameStop has done the opposite. GameStop was trading 3 million a day, 4 million a day a week ago. Remember? Then it kind of went up on 6 million and 8 million. Yesterday, it did 21 million shares. The biggest trading day in GameStop in what, 2.5 months, 3 months? I mean, we maybe had 1 day better than this. I mean, we've not had 20 million share days on GameStop, but we are nowhere near the volume on GameStop that we had in January, February. We were dealing with 50 to 100 million shares every single day on GameStop. We're not getting that volume. It's just not here. We're at 230, 212 on the pre-market, down 1044. The market volume this morning, 199,000 shares. That ain't good. That isn't good to make this go to 250 today or first thing this morning. Having said that, look, guys, it's possible that AMC and GameStop will each give up 10% value during the day today sometime, and then they may have a rally from there, or they'll have a so-so day here, a quiet opening tomorrow with a strong finish, or all heck breaking loose on Monday and Tuesday. Stick around, we'll find out together. I can't predict it, but I wouldn't be surprised if the shares do cool off a bit, because who hasn't made money in the last week and a bit? But anyone out there jumping into GameStop at 240 to 45 to expect it to go to 350 this week, anyone buying into AMC at 17 to 1950 thinking, oh, it's going to $30 this week, you're the last ones into the party here. Now, this party might only be a 4-day party, a 1-week party, a 2-week party. It could be a 3-month party. I would love it to be that, but we are where we are right now at 232 on GameStop, down $10 in the pre-market. Tell you right now, you want to give me this 2 to 225 range for a week or 2 or 3? I'm a happy guy. Let's consolidate this price, solidify this price. I'm a happy guy. If the company were to come out and say, we're going to issue 2 million shares from our treasury for another $450 million, I'm a happy guy. Take that balance sheet of yours at GameStop and put it to 1.4 billion in cash, raise another 400 or 500 million a month or two from now, bring it to 2 billion in cash. I'm a happy guy. Build the cash reserves of GameStop. Just keep building them and building them. Oh yeah, I'm a happy guy. We'll see. There's no talk about it. There's no talk they're gonna do it. I'm just speculating that I'd be happy if they did, if they were thinking of this to raise more money with this heavy volume. I would be delighted if they were to do something like that. However, we gotta just see what gives here. There's nothing they're going to do. We know they have to do their annual meeting. We know they have financials to release. We know they have a CEO that they want to talk about. I know there's a lot of stuff coming. And so, hey, I'm excited. I'm stoked. Let's hope for the best. There seems to be a filing on GameStop, an 8K filing special event. I'm going to take a look right now here, see what I'm looking at, unless it's something we might already know. GameStop filing on the SEC. And previously this is previously disclosed information that Chris Homeister, Executive VP and Chief Merchandising Officer of the company, notified the company's intention to resign his employment with the company, citing diminished responsibilities. On April 28th, the company and Mr. Homeister entered into a transition and separation agreement. We all know this. His resignation will happen on June the 2nd. He will become entitled to his payments and benefits after the 2nd of June, as everything has been agreed. Everything is fine, and it looks like everything here is okay. They've entered into this agreement. It's a separation agreement, and everything seems to be on the up and up. Everybody seems to be happy with it. There doesn't seem to be any other news here that I'm looking for that I can tell you. He's walking away with some stock. He's walking away with whatever benefits. Fair enough. He's giving up whatever other things. Fair enough. It's all gobbledygook, legal gobbledygook. It's like a mile long. Welcome to the modern world. So that is the official deal. We're at the end of May. This deal is June the 2nd. It's coming up right after Memorial Day. He's out of here, and this is just an official whatever from the company that they had to file with the SEC. All right, they've done it. Thank you very much. We're waiting now for the next SEC filing, which we'll talk about the CEO appointment. We're waiting for another SEC filing talking about the first quarter financials. We're waiting for another SEC filing from GameStop. Should be next 2 weeks. That is the annual meeting. So we have a lot of filings to anticipate from GameStop, and we will stay on it as we get it coming through. Okay, thank you for that. And that is the latest over there. AMC right now, volume of 8 million in the pre-market at 18.57, down $1. Over at Gores Holdings, we got good news. Gores Holdings, Matterport came out last night with their expected financials. Matterport was supposed to release their financial report for the latest quarter last night. They did. The rumor was it would be good. It was. It was very good. And Gores Holdings yesterday evening had closed at $14.20 a share on the New York Exchange. Went right up to the $14.50.80 mark. Right now, $15.16 on Gores Holdings pre-market right now. Volume right now on Gores, 31,300 shares. That's it. And why is it so little volume with such great news? You may be asking, or maybe wondering, or you never thought to ask. Well, guys, the reality is this is a SPAC. Gores Holding is a SPAC company. It doesn't have Matterport in it yet. And so the only shares that can trade are the shares that were issued by the company through the brokerage community to retail investors. All the shares held by the institutions and the insiders are restricted, cannot trade. And so the only shares that can trade are the ones that you guys are into, along with your call contracts. You guys are all into Gores trading that shares that you can trade. No one else can do this. The merger of Matterport and Gores has been approved by both boards of directors unanimously. The company, Gores Holdings, has filed with the SEC their proposed merger for themselves with Matterport with a brand new filing that every SPAC had to do in the last 60 days. Gores has done theirs. They're waiting for the SEC to go, yes, this filing is in order. Everything is fine. You are now officially good to proceed. Well, what happens then is shareholder proxies get sent out electronically, mail, whatever, and they call their shareholder meetings for both companies to vote the deal. For the shareholders have to vote the deal, and it'll go through, and then we'll have the meeting called, and we'll know within a week of the meeting that the stock will be called for trading, and it'll be called Matterport, and away we go. But yesterday evening, Matterport is coming out going, despite all the SEC stuff, we at Matterport, we're busy, and we are busy in 150 different countries. And we are flying with our revenues. Our revenues are surging. Our memberships are surging. And our deals are picking up. And so they're coming up with new product and new types of product. 150 more million people can now use this product using these and various versions of these from other brands. They're on fire, and the stock is reacting to $15.23 right now, up $1.03 in the pre-market on 31,300 shares. In anticipation of the deal, just like IPOE and SoFi. And speaking of IPOE and SoFi, today's the day we have a shareholder meeting for IPOE shareholders to vote in the deal. Now, I believe the SoFi shareholders have already voted on their end, if I'm not mistaken. Now it's the IPOE formal tabulation of the shares will be done today sometime. And by the end of business today, IPOE shareholders, along with their directors, and over at SoFi shareholders and their directors, all will be on the same page. We all approve the merger of SoFi and IPOE. And so that sets up for everybody I think on Tuesday, the first day of trading of SoFi shares, which means that the IPO shares will no longer be called IPOE, they'll be called SoFi. Your shares will change to SoFi 1-for-1, contracts and options 1-for-1. And now we begin trading as SoFi Financial next week. And hold on to your hats because SoFi will be really busy with their investor relations department people running the announcements of SoFi Financial's affairs. Hopes, dreams, aspirations, and everything else will be coming out, and day after day after day after day, week after week, we will be inundated with SoFi news as SoFi. We will not ever talk about IPOE ever again because that symbol and that name will disappear. SoFi will be the new everything for you guys, and the world at large will now be able to watch and trade and follow SoFi shares, which you guys already have at, I think, bargain basement prices. So 1953 right at the second, right now on the pre-market on a volume of 82,000. Why it's 1953 and not 2553, I don't know. But it's possible that the shares are being kind of held around here. I don't know. I can't pin it. I can't guarantee it, but I just kind of wonder if there's just a little bit of calm, everybody. Just kind of stay calm is what's happening. I don't know. I don't know. It's already hit 2174 just 2 days ago. It's back here now to 1959. This might be the last few hours or days where this stock is tradable at these levels, which means options are obtainable at a reasonable price. That might change come Tuesday, Wednesday next week, Thursday next week. Are we talking $23 to $28 next week? A week from now, are we talking about that? You're going to wish you had your contracts, your $20 contracts, your 2250s locked up already for next January. If you're taking my advice, go that far out. Anyway, that's what I see. That's my opinion on it. I like what I see, and I think the days of this stock staying down here are just about over. Thank you, Mr. Strumar. Hey, Bruce, what are your thoughts on Ford? It's up to 1440 now. No one's talking about it. Why is that? People are talking about Ford. A lot of people are talking about Ford, but I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot cattle prod. These guys have got problems. They're talking the talk, and they're winning over the Wall Street analysts. They're winning over the TV guys. They're doing the fancy dancy, let's have the president take a test drive in a Ford F-150 electric. Yeah, it's all great. But the down and dirty of it is they got to raise billions of bucks in cash to convert their lines over. They've got to negotiate with their unions to be able to build these vehicles at a price that makes sense. They're trying to bring them out to the public at a decent price. They're heavily lobbying They're heavily lobbying Washington behind the scenes to get bigger tax breaks and bigger write-offs and bigger tax credits for their vehicles. So if you buy one of these things, you get a bigger, fatter government rebate check. That's called socialism, by the way. I don't know if you know that. That's a socialistic move where a government supports a car company by doing it. Tesla's been doing it for years. The airlines have been doing it for years. They're masters at it. And they give you the impression that they're the incredible capitalists that they are, but they're living off the government teat to the tune of billions, if not hundreds of billions of dollars. Ford is in there, GM is in there, and everyone else is in there to lobby their senators and congressmen to give them bigger tax breaks to create electric vehicles. Because after all, we don't want to burn gas anymore. We don't want to burn oil. I wouldn't touch Ford stock right now. It's 1440. It's the highest level it's been in over 5 years. You're the last one into the party if you're thinking about buying Ford. Again, you're the sucker who came to the party last. They've been partying for months at $10, $11, $12. Now you're being invited into the party so they can get out. You're buying stock from guys who bought this 3, 6 months, a year ago at way lower prices, and you're the sap if you buy Ford right now. That's my opinion. Plain English. Deal with it. That's the way it is. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Sometimes Jen gives me a hard time. She says, you're being a little rough sometimes. Sometimes you're just, you're a little gruff, and I admit that. But I got to tell you guys, I don't want you to get the wrong impression about how I feel about some of this stuff. And been around as long as I have, I hate it. I absolutely hate it when I see retail investors like yourselves, newbies, many of you are, get sucked into the hype of something that was you should have been in a year ago. You never had a chance to get in. I can guarantee you that Ford, you would have never been recommended by me a year ago or 6 months ago to buy Ford, because Ford is a dead end stock right now. There's gazillions of pieces of paper out there, and they need Washington's help to make it work. And they're going to have to pump in $30+ billion to convert their lines to produce the Explorer electric version, the F-150 electric version, and so on. And think about it. Think about this, people. Ford, rather than bring out highly efficient electric vehicles, what are they doing? They're doing the lazy thing. They're taking their big, fat, heavy freaking trucks, and they're just going to electrify them. They're taking the shortcut. And rather than bring you an all new product, they're just going to electrify what they already have. They want to take the big, heavy Explorer and the Navigator, all these massive, multi-ton vehicles that are just right now spewing gas fumes into the air, have been for decades. All they want to do is convert it because that's what the American people want. That's their argument. That's what the American people want. Yeah, I get it. But you know what? That product isn't going to sell outside the USA. It's just not going to fly overseas in Europe. You're using a lot of electricity to run a truck. So if you could make it more efficient and use less, then less needs to be produced. Electricity, I'm talking about. How do you produce electricity? Let's figure this one out. In the United States, you burn coal, you burn natural gas, you have to create nuclear power plants. Our state governments and all jumping up and down to get into the big time water, hydro or wind power or solar business in spots? Yeah. Nationally? No. It's an absolute crap show down in the U.S. with regard to the electrical grid. And unfortunately, if you encourage Americans to pick up 5,000 to 8,000 pound pickup trucks, because they're going to be heavy with these battery packs, the amount of energy that you're going to need to move an F-150 around town, because remember, 90% of pickup trucks picked up by Americans don't see a gravel road ever. They're used to commute to work. They're used for shopping trips in the suburban neighborhoods. There's no need for 90% of Americans to have pickup trucks, but try and talk them out of it. Good luck with that. Totally inefficient. But what are you going to do? It's America. America's the greatest country in the world. Most beautiful people you're ever going to meet, but the most inefficient in certain ways. And Ford is going down the inefficient highway, and they're calling themselves the future. They're trying to brag about how they're going to corner 40% of the electric market. And that what they're trying to do is they're trying to get you into a $65,000 truck or $80,000 truck, but try to give you 10 or 15 or 20 grand in tax credits to get you in there. So they want the socialist system to bail you out or to help fund your acquisition of their inefficient electrical toy. In the meantime, Tesla creates a pickup truck from scratch. You might not like the look of it. You might not like the style of it, but it is a pickup truck that has been created from zero, ground floor zero. They've created the Model 3. They've created the Model Y. They've created the Model S. They created the Model X. Yeah, criticize them if you want. Praise them if you want. But they didn't take over GM's truck line and convert it into another version. Ford is taking the easy way out. It's okay, Ford. You got to do what you got to do. I understand it. But you know what? It'll take them a decade longer to get there. Don't think that in the next year, every dealer in the United States will be drowning in electric cars. Forget about it, guys. I can tell you right now, Ford will not produce the truck in volume until they've got the guarantee in their pocket from Uncle Sam in Washington to hand over to them massive tax breaks for their investment and massive subsidies for you guys to get these so-called credits, clean air credits, whatever you want to call it. The American-made Clean Air Act. I don't care what you give it. It's a socialistic program that is going to be hundreds of billions of dollars out of your pockets as Americans to put you into F-150 pickup trucks running on batteries. That's what's happening. Like it or not, do not buy Ford stock. I'm just saying. It's just Bruce ranting as an old man today. What can I say? Yep. Unbelievable what's going on out there. What's happening? We're up 150 on the Dow. Are we trading already? Or am I still ranting about whatever? Or no, we're 20 minutes to go, right? Yeah, hang on a second. I got to get naked. I need to take my clothes off. I'm getting all hot and bothered. I'm just so excited about what's going to happen. I got my green shirt on. I'm ready for a good day. I'm looking for a good day today. Thank you, everybody, for catching up with me today. I appreciate it. We have 20 minutes to go until we open for trading. Okay, I now know where I am. Welcome back, everybody. SoFi Capital, IPOE, 1962 right now, down 28 cents. Christopher Kling, welcome to the channel and the gang over here. Glad you could make it. Glad you could join us. We're talking about the markets in plain English, and sometimes we get right to the point about what's really going on out there, at least what I think what's going on. My personal opinion. Gores Holdings right now, 1508, up 88 cents on the day on 32,000 shares. GameStop right now is 233, down 920 on 224,000 shares. And over at AMC right now, the pre-market, $18.74, down 82 cents on 8.8 million. Cheers to all of you from Creston, British Columbia, where I'm located, 3 miles north of the U.S. border. I hope you're doing great today. Hope you're going to have a fantastic day today. Hope a bunch of you are going to get a lot richer today. If you're holding Gores Holdings, I think you're in for a good time. I'm just dying to hear from Gores about their acceptance of their SEC filings. I just can't wait, because we can then start the stopwatch. We can now do the countdown together. I'm hoping that it's an any day thing, like maybe today, maybe tomorrow. I'm sure they're just sitting there just going, when's the SEC going to tell us we're okay? When will they, let us consider our filing to be active? We'll see what's going on. Lots of action is going to happen on that Gores stock as well, not only between now and the takeover, but beyond, because Matterport is on fire. Mr. T is in the house. Brucey, I think we're overdue for a close-up camera rant. Just saying. I might have bad breath. I don't want to offend. I don't want to, gross anybody out. So, bear with me. From time to time, I might move in on you. But I'm just trying to be friends. I'm not trying to be overbearing, anything like that. Thank you all for being with me today. Sticking around for this opening rant. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're going to have a good weekend coming up. Down those of you in the United States, here in Canada, we had a long weekend last weekend. But I will be busy this Saturday, Sunday, and Monday with private sessions, as I've mentioned already. I think we're sold out. I don't think I have any sessions left now for this coming weekend. Saturday is gone. Let me double check this right here. Saturday's gone. Sunday, I have 2 people that have yet to pay me for their sessions. So they're in jeopardy. We'll see about that later today. And then on Monday, I have 1 person that hasn't yet paid me out of the 4. The other 3 are paid for and gone. So, we're really full up. Next weekend on the 5th of June, I am sold out and they're all paid up. It's all gone. And Sunday, June 6th, 3 of 4 are paid for. 1 is booked. I'm just waiting for payment. So that looks like that weekend is gone. June the 12th, the 13th, we have a couple of openings on Saturday and a couple openings on Sunday, if you'd like to have a one-on-one with me. And then the next question will be, when do I stop doing one-on-ones? Because we're going to start doing classes. When do I limit one-on-ones to Sundays only, for example, if I'm going to do Saturday classes with you guys? This is the next thing that we're trying to figure out. We haven't made a decision yet. We haven't nailed it down yet. I will keep you posted. We are looking to do classes on how to trade options, on how to be a better stock buyer and seller, how to write options contracts, how they work, all of this stuff. So we have a lot of work to do. We have a lot that we're going to cover And as soon as I have a schedule, I want to do in advance a kind of a posted schedule of classes and dates when they're coming, and then we'll start opening up the let's say tickets. I don't know what else to call it. The entry thing. We'll open up tickets for the live shows, and we'll let you know how many are going to be allowed in, the cost of it, the length of it, all that stuff. So stand by. I know there's been a lot of you asking me, are you going to do classes? And the answer is yes, I will be. I just want to get them done right, and I want them to work for you and for me. And we're setting up a website for all of this, and we're setting up software, and oh my God, the logistics. I got Jen on it. Jen is on it. My daughter is on it. We have another person on it. There's like four people working full-time, well, quasi-full-time, to help this channel to take this out to the next level. So guys, we're on it, and we'll keep you posted. In the meantime, it's Uncle Bruce here, ranting and raving on the air. Trying to stay up on what is happening. Oh my gosh, it's going to be fun. And anyway, you might need a little desk fan there, Bruce, to keep cool. I have a fan, just a floor fan, just off camera. It's just over there. It doesn't need to be on at this moment in time. Right now, with just this on, I'm really comfy. But this morning, when I get up first thing in the morning, I'm cold. I'm cool, so I get my sweatshirt on to warm up. And then when I get going with you guys, I do this. I'm working out. I should put weights on my wrists. Maybe I'll get stronger here. Put a punching bag over here. I'm just yapping. Thank you, everybody. Welcome, Chris, to the channel. Christopher, welcome to the group. Everyone's welcoming him in. AB, Gores, another SPACs weren't too exciting long term. This one is a winner chicken dinner. Oh yeah, we're going to have fun here. Love your honesty, Uncle Bruce. Thank you, everybody, so much. You know what, Bruce, just watch what you eat. But we're not worried about your breath. Mr. T, actually, now you mentioned it, maybe have a mint first and we'll talk later. There you go. Oh, man. Roland, how you doing, Roland? What do we got? SB, Uncle Bruce, we definitely need a good rant today. Maybe while Auntie Jen is preparing the bagel. Yeah, well, she's still sleeping. So, it's only 6:16 here. Jen isn't up yet, boy. I'll tell you that. All right. Let's see here. Dan K, I used to think I was alone in the perception of companies. Glad I found you, Bruce. I sold, here we go. Sorry, I was going to set this up. I found you were sold IPOE, July 16, 17.5 puts yesterday. No brainer. Play if I want the stock anyways. Thanks. Interesting strategy. Let's see. Uncle B, no weekend off? Never. I've been going 7 days a week since January. I have not had a day off since January of this year. Although I think we drove to Calgary 1-2 day week, like for 3 days. That was driving and visiting and then right back at it. BH hitting. Is there a reason that Fidelity won't let me buy call options for VACQ? No idea. I can't answer that question. I don't speak for Fidelity. I have no idea. Yeah, it's a mystery to me. There's something I can't comment for you. Kevin, Bruce, you're amazing. We appreciate the crap out of you. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being here. 12 minutes to go, and we're going to open this thing up. Let's see what else is happening. Hey, Bruce, tell us why Canada legalized broker dealers to short sell cash account shares against retailers who bought those shares. I don't know why. I'm not a regulator in Canada. I have no idea why. I actually don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Don't care. 233 on GameStop, down 956. 233,000 shares traded. The Dow's up 154. S&P is up 5. NASDAQ is down 29. So a mixed opening, but a slight down dip on NASDAQ. The Dow in the last half hour has really taken off. Further drop in jobless claims leading to a higher market right now. So the market's going up with the right momentum, the right feel, the right vibe. The economy is getting stronger. This is good news. I love this. Stronger economy, there might be people going, oh no, we're going to have inflation. I don't care. Put America to work, for crying out loud. Get Americans working and making a decent wage. Who cares about inflation? 3-4% inflation? Whoop-de-freaking-do, man. I survived the 70s, baby. We had 15% inflation with decreasing standard of living. We went through the war. That was war. This is a chump change. This is nothing. This is good times. And any senator in your area, any politician in your area that's saying, oh, we can't pass the stimulus deal because we're going to worry about inflation being hard on the poor. Kick those guys in the ass and get rid of them. They don't deserve to be your servant whatsoever. Get your bridges fixed. Get your highways fixed. Get your airports redone. My God, America, please join the rest of the world. Invest in yourself, for crying out loud, please. Oh my gosh, I can't believe these ninnies. Unbelievable. How do these people get elected? I don't understand it. I hate talking about politics. I want to talk about business. Sometimes I can't help but cross the streams. It's just insanity. Insanity. The American government can borrow money right now for 1%, 1.5% for 30 years, 2% for 30 years. Inflation is 3%. Money is free. Money is actually on a discount. It's 1% cheaper than inflation. That's how stupid it is right now. Beautifully stupid, perfectly stupid. The American government right now can borrow trillions of dollars if it wanted to, and it does. And it can fund its own infrastructure, employ its own people right up to here. I mean, every American has a job you wanted. Unbelievable opportunities for nothing, for free. Unbelievable. Now you say to me, oh, but Bruce, we borrow this money, we have to pay it back, Yeah, you pay it back with 30-year bonds. 30 years of inflation is you're using those dollars to pay these dollars back. We're using these dollars are 30 cents on the dollars in 30 years from now. That's what you're doing. Because right now, a 30-year bond that you're paying off today, in theory, was issued in 1991, okay? 1991, the American government borrowed money. What did they borrow money for 30 years ago? Does anyone remember? Anyone? Bueller, anyone? The Desert War, the Gulf War to free Kuwait. That's what the American government borrowed money for in 91. What else did it borrow money for in 91? It borrowed money, went to bail out the savings and loans. All those Republican guys who were allowed to lend money on speculative land deals all over the Southwest, because I was in that deal. I remember that deal. Golf courses were being funded to the tune of $500 million to build 18 holes, 32 holes, 36 holes of golf courses with clubhouses and all kinds of condos and houses all around it. And the banks, savings and loans, are issuing $500 million in loans when the entire project was worth $100 million and only worth $550 million to $600 million once the last house and condo was built and sold. Those were 5-year build-out projects, and these guys were getting this money up front, and that ended up using your tax dollars that the U.S. government had to borrow in 1991 to bail out the savings and loans. And that only barely allowed the receivers to come in there and try to re-liquidate everything. What a disaster. That's what the U.S. government was borrowing money for 30 years ago that we're paying off now. You're paying it off now. But the good news, that those are only $400 or $500 billion amounts. Those are chump change, because today we're talking trillions. But why don't you borrow trillions now to build highways, roads, airports, seaports, upgrade the electrical grid, turn America into an economic powerhouse, the global leader of the world that it should be, that it can be, that it should always be, and hire Americans to do it. To me, this is the one. This is the one. You want to have another war? Would you rather the United States fund $1 trillion spend on a war somewhere? Why don't you borrow a couple trillion and invest in your own selves? Fantastic. That's why this market is poised to go so much higher, because the amount of cash that's going to stay in the U.S. and roll over is going to be unthinkable. The amount of tax money the U.S. government's going to get, every state government's going to get, all the counties it's going to be huge, because people are working and they're active and they're spending money and they're building houses and they're buying furniture and they're getting new cars. Don't worry about governments. They'll get their share, but you've got to put the money in first to get it out. It's called an investment. Gosh, I tell you, sitting on the outside looking in, we're going, it's so easy. It's just so simple. We see it. How can they not see it? Again, of course, if you're in power, you see it. If you're not in power, you see it, but you don't want to support it because you're not in power. You want to be the one that get elected, and you're the one who wants to do it. But for some reason, no one gets it done. No one gets it done. And decade after decade, it's just missed opportunities. I'm just going, what's up? I don't know. Anyway, I'm just doing what I can. AB, people are too concerned about what is that regulation is going to do, or if there's a market crash. People are always making money hand over somewhere. It's just a matter of time what to invest in. Look, you don't take a chance, you don't win. Every time you cross the street, you look both ways. You're trying to eliminate the chance of getting hit by a car. But boy, some of these bets are like done deals. I mean, man, do I want to bet in a bridge over the Mississippi? Yep, I'll wager on that. You betcha I will. I'll wager on the American engineering company that designs it. I'll wager on the architectural firm. On the engineers, the steel manufacturers, the employees that make this stuff, all the wiring, the plumbing. I'm wagering on American workers and American know-how to build new bridges across the Mississippi River or repair existings. That is a no-brainer bet. That is a win-win, slam dunk, home run deal. And I don't care if it costs $5 billion to build that damn thing. I don't care, because that's sitting there for another 50 years and it'll generate hundreds of billions of dollars in taxes, because people moving means money. That's as simple as that. Product and people moving more efficiently equals money and a higher standard of living for all. And it is just on the table to be had. It is wide open at 1.5% on a 10-year note. It is just on a silver platter, success to be had. But hey, if you'd rather invest $3 trillion on your next war, okay, send your kids over there and let them come back in whatever shape they're coming back in, and build those jets and those bombers and those submarines and those ballistic missiles and get the bullets, and sure. Or maybe, I don't know, new subdivisions, new schools, new factories, new everything, higher standard of living, a better education system across the world, better medical everything. I don't know. It's up to everyone to decide what it is they want. What can I tell you? Just doing what I can. Anyway, welcome to the rant of the morning. 4 minutes to go until we open up. I can't wait to start trading. I don't want to keep talking about this stuff. I don't want to talk about it. I have to, but I don't want to. We're getting ready to open here, and we're excited. Our friends at CNBC do what they always do at this time of the day with the last 3 minutes just before we open up, the most critical 3 minutes that you need to know exactly what's going on just before the market opens. What does CNBC do for the last 3 to 5 minutes? They put on commercials, and they're trying to sell you a Cadillac. They're trying to sell you whatever. Now we get the Mad Dash with Kramer. Finally, they're back. Unbelievable, but that's American. It's free enterprise, baby. That's what you're allowed to do. Folks, we're up 176 on the Dow. We're up 8 on the S&P. We're down 19 on the NASDAQ. We're down 10 cents a barrel on oil. AMC right now, 18.96, down 60 cents on the pre-market as we're coming into the opening. GameStop, but right now, 233.33, down 9.24 a share coming into the opening. The volume was 248,000 shares. I don't see an announcement anywhere from the company, not that I'm aware of. Gores Holdings closed at 14.20 yesterday. It is showing a 15.25 last trade on Gores. So that means you're up $1.05. Up $1.05. Fantastic. Let's hope for the best there. And IPOE at 19.85, down a nickel. It's been down 40, 50 cents all day in the pre-market. Now down a nickel going into the opening, because today is a shareholder vote. This stock is poised to rock and roll. And folks, I hope you're going to have some fun here today. I think I will. Republican infrastructure counteroffer has a price tag of $928 million, says Capitol Hill sources. They're only, $1.5 trillion apart. Republicans, they don't want to cave to the Democrats, even though it might be the best thing you could be doing. So they're coming up with their own version. Where were these guys the last 4 years? Where were these guys? Missing in action. MIA, no infrastructure, anything for the last 4 years. Such a wasted opportunity. Too bad. Folks, I don't know how it's going to go. Let's see what happens. I can't wait to open up here. We are now in the last minute before the bells are going to go. They're talking about NVIDIA at 628.30, up 30 cents, because their computer chips are flying off the shelves. I heard this morning that Tesla is talking about prepaying for their chips, the computer chips that they need. They are offering, or they are basically prepaying for them to get guaranteed delivery. That is how juicy the computer chip business is becoming right now, and that's why SMH, the ETF I keep talking about, you want to be in on that. Those are the guys that are going to just score beautifully. Waiting now for the bell to go. We are in the last minute before we open for trading, and we're waiting for the first trade to come through right now on this market. There it is. The bells are ringing on the big board right now, everybody. Thank you for being here. Sarah Van, thank you for coming in here as a member. Nice to have you, my friend. Welcome to the party, pal. We're about to get started, and away we go. We have IPOE waiting for its first trade. I don't see it yet. GameStop, I'm waiting for its first trade. Let's see if we got it here. Yeah, we're waiting for that to show. Let's try again. IPOE, $19.90. Showing no change. GameStop showing $230.31, down $12, and AMC at $18.78, down 77 cents. Gores $15.16, up 96 cents on the first quote. We're just waiting for these to settle in. This is going to take a little while here. Watch and wait. Lock and load, baby. We're getting ready to rock and roll here to start another day of fun. Let's see what happens. The Dow up 195 to start the day, S&P up 11, and NASDAQ up 6.5. So we're getting a definite move up. Unemployment claims fall to a new pandemic low of 406,000 as layoffs wane. That's a good sign. We've been anticipating this kind of news all along, and it's coming through. IPOE is now at $19.88 a share, down 2 cents on the morning. Volume of 188,000 to start. GameStop now $231.35, down $11 at 532,000 volume. AMC at 1907, down 49 cents. It's come back from 1850 on the low already on 16 million opening salvo. Gores Holdings now 14.94 on 104,000, still up nicely, 74 cents. VGAC is up a penny, 9.98. FWAA, fifth wall, up 4 cents to 10.63. Vector Acquisition at 9.90, unchanged. Navside Holdings, 9.89, up 2 cents. Starboard Value up 2 cents to 9.92. And Fortress, unchanged at 9.99. These are all waiting to go. Vanek Vectors at the moment down 68 cents. Incredibly, down 68 cents. Home Depot up $1. IBM up $1. The Dow up 220. Microsoft down 63 cents. Apple is up 14 cents. Tesla's up 22 cents. They're not the leaders today. They're the followers. They're just hanging around. Royal Caribbean 92.97, up 32 cents. Norwegian at 31.76, up 7. Carnival up 3 cents to 29.40. Amazon down $14. Facebook up 93 cents. Google up $1.47. We have nothing going on to start the day here. It's very calm, very quiet. And that is what we're showing at the moment. Welcome one, welcome all to Stock Markets with Bruce. I'm Uncle Bruce, trying to tell you what's going on in plain English. I welcome you all here. I think we're going to have some fun today. IPOE trading at $20 again, up 6 cents. Multi-Dog, a new member. Welcome to the gang, buddy. Nice to have you here. Thank you, all of you who are joining this channel. I appreciate it. That's a sign that you like what it is we're doing here. A pretty good family you're joining here. A lot of folks here will welcome you into the gang, into the club, and you're more than welcome to use your emojis and make commentary, have fun with us. We like making money. It's as simple as that. 20.04 on IPOE, $20 on IPOE, up a dime. GameStop is right now 228.66, down 13.90. Those of you out there who have written contracts against GameStop, keep an eye on the stock, see what kind of a dip it wants to give us here first thing. I'm not surprised to see a dip. I have been expecting one. You can't just go straight up. You can't. Got to have a dip sooner or later. Let's see what it's all about. And let's see just what you guys are going to do. Those of you written 220s, 210s, keep an eye on this stock. If it drops another $10 or $15, you may have an opportunity to scoop back your contracts for a profit, a break-even scenario, and sit on the sidelines and wait to write again and enjoy the upside that you're getting already. Not doing too bad. 228.91 on 675,000 shares on GameStop. AMC right now, 1866, down 90 cents on 21.6 million shares. Gores at 1482, GHVI, 1474, 1482 on 135,000 shares at this moment. The Dow is showing a gain of 226. S&P up 12, NASDAQ up down 11 points. That's what we have right now. Very interesting what we're seeing here. What do we got? What's happening? Welcome, new folks. Multi-Dog, I've been lurking since before the memberships. I figured it was time to join. Thank you, all of you who are considering doing this now. You decided, you know what? I like this community. I like the way he's gotten rid of the trolls. I want to join in on this really cool bunch of people here. I appreciate it. They appreciate you joining us. We love the different opinions that you all have and everything that you're hearing about. You're filling me in. You're filling all of us in on what you're hearing out there. We love to share intelligence on what's going on. I'll do the best I can to interpret what's happening. Thank you one and all for joining us today. We have 2,000 people here right now live joining us. We already have 620 thumbs ups. Thank you all for that. The good news is that as soon as we hit 1,000 thumbs ups, we know that Yoko will not be joining us today for any medley songs. So the sooner we get to that, the better. Everyone will breathe a sigh of relief. Do you ever think that Google would ever buy Gores Holdings? Thinking about buying more. Wow. Well, I wonder, I don't know about Google, but I'm wondering about anybody. What about maybe, how about a company like Zillow? What about Zillow buying Gores Holdings, acquiring Matterport and making it a part of the real estate thing? That would be a fit. What about an insurance company, a massive insurance company buying Gores Holdings with Matterport in it? Because Matterport is being used by insurance companies to measure rooms and to record people's homes. They're not for sale. They're just recording it for insurance coverage purposes. They're putting the camera in the middle of the kitchen and they're showing off the model of every appliance in there. They're showing off the china cabinet and what's in there. They're showing off the flooring, the work done on the house, or the lack of work on the house. I mean, good and bad. Insurance companies have a real interest in Matterport. Engineering companies, a huge interest in Matterport. You're a contractor? Oh man, do you love Matterport? You're a contractor. You can bring those cameras in here or use your own cell phones. And as you scan these rooms, you're getting all the measurements of all these rooms. If you're a contractor and you've ripped out the walls of a house because you're remodeling it, you'll do the Matterport with the walls all ripped out, right down to the studs. Now you're doing your Matterport. That gives you measurements while constructing. This is such a massive machine. This Matterport technology is just beyond people's comprehension to understand. It is massive. So do not be surprised if Matterport does really well once they've traded with Gores, and or perhaps could be a target in the not too distant future. It's possible. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but anything is possible. 1435 right now on Gores Holdings. The cheaper it gets, the better a buy this gets. You see dips on any of these deals, you've got to get in there. You got to get your positioning. We're at 234 on GameStop, down $8 right now. The range for GameStop looks like it has been as low as 227, as high as 236, and we're at 233 right now. What else is going on here? What else? 1.1 million right now on GameStop. Yep, 1.13 million already, down $9 a share. IPOE 1997, up 7 cents. AMC at 1880 on 29 million shares, down 80 cents. Not giving much back. Gores Holdings now back up to 1452, up 32 cents on 179,000 shares. Keep in mind, folks, we're talking about Gores Holdings. We're talking about Matterport. There are 2,000 of you here. That's it. I don't know anyone else talking about this thing at the moment. I don't know if this is getting much in the way of exposure other than through this one YouTuber's channel. So you're early. You're the 1%ers. Maybe you're the 0.1%ers. You're aware of it. You're, I hope, understanding it. I think you're comprehending what the upside of this could really be. These shares will be nowhere near here once this deal is consummated and the street gets the full story on Matterport. $40, $50 a share on this stock. easily in the wheelhouse of this stock's future in its first 6 months. That's just, again, me predicting and guessing. The street is going to love this deal. The IPOE deal, SoFi, the street is going to want this badly. They're going to love this deal, and it's going to be a very heavily traded stock, heavily talked about, heavily promoted. Garrett, meme stockholders, we are in the end game. Cue Led Zeppelin's When the Levee Breaks to the Moon. There you have it. Guys, we are ground flooring it here on IPOE. We're ground flooring it on Gores. We're ground flooring it here on VGAC for sure at $9.98. This is being held here on purpose because the meeting is June the 10th. This is the 27th of May. We are 2 weeks away. Today is the shareholder meeting for VGAC. You are running out of business days. There's today and tomorrow. Next week, there's only 4 more business days because Monday we're closed. That's 6 business days until the end of next week. And then there's 5 business days left and we're done. This thing is down to like 10 days of trading before possibly all heck breaks loose. VGAC. FAII, Fortress Value, sitting at $10 a share. Their shareholder vote is 5 days later. So we're down to the last 15 days on FAII, sitting here at $10 a share. These 2 stocks and Gores and IPOE are the first 4 to me that look like they're going to go. 2 are going already. There's more coming. So guys, stand by and get ready for the show. We're going to be really busy. The others will follow real soon behind. I just can't tell you what day. I wish I could. I just can't. All right. What else is going up here and going on? Carlos been seeing lots of after-hours glitches on price. FWAA was showing up at 11:50 last night, so others glitches too. I had someone write me an email last night talking about, a stock was up like $2 or something, $1.50. I took a look at the aftermarket quote. Only 94 shares had traded, and it was obviously a glitch. Unless you've got more than 30, 40,000 shares trading in the aftermarket, don't believe the quote. It just does you no good. You're getting worked up over nothing. You gotta check the volume. If there isn't any serious volume on the stock, don't even bother worrying about it. Just shut it off and join me in the morning. Let's see what's happening. There you have it. We're bouncing around the 231 level right now on GameStop. GameStop is my only love, says Jack. Let's see. What else is going on? Here. Sitting Bull VG Acquisition Corp says the new 23andMe to trade on NASDAQ as me bazinga. Let's see. FAII $15 call for November 19 sounds like a good call. November is okay, but I'd prefer you go even longer if you can. But November's all right. Let's see. What else is going on here? Here we go. I'm just considering pulling the trigger on 10 calls for SVAC January 22s for a 12.50 strike for $1. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, you'll be all right there. That's an okay pickup. Anyway, we'll see how it goes, guys. We're going to be making money here, and we're going to be very, very busy. Dave, I don't have an opinion on your stock. I don't know anything about it. FUSE, no time. Money Alliance soon. Haven't heard anything from you on it. Value your opinion. Appreciate it. Just not following at this point. Can't follow it all, and there's so much going on. But I'm zeroing in on my picks. These are the picks that I have. If you want to know the stocks that I follow the most, these are the ones right here. Gores Holdings, VGAC, GameStop, IBM, Microsoft, Intel, Home Depot, Cisco, Apple, Facebook, Micron, Vanek Semiconductor, SMH, and then there's the other SPACs: SVAC, FAII, VACQ, NSH, IPOE, and FWAA. Those are the ones that are on my recommended list, and they keep me going. I mean, these guys are keeping me busy, and I think you're gonna make some money here, and you've got a nice variety of companies to watch. But keep in mind, the markets are going to fluctuate all over the place here. Day in, day out, hour in, hour out. They don't go straight up. They don't go straight down. They move on emotion only. And sometimes a large buy order or large share sell order can affect the stock for a while, and you have to just take it. You have to just go, okay, fluctuate on me all you want. I know the big picture. Random Retro, thank you for becoming a new member of this channel. Glad you're here. That's fantastic. Welcome to the gang. Random is being welcomed in right now by everybody. Beautiful stuff. Thank you, everybody. We like you, Random. If only I could buy them all. Welcome, Random. Welcome one, welcome all. IPOE right now, 1962, down 27 cents on the day. Volume on IPOE now 533,000. Today is shareholder vote day. GameStop 232.60, down 996. Volume now on GameStop 1.4 million shares. AMC $18.96, down 60 cents. Volume 34.7 million. Gores at 14.57, up 37 cents. Volume 218,000 shares approximately so far. So what we got going on our favorites. The Dow up 268. Really solid gain on the Dow to start. S&P up 13.5%. NASDAQ down 24. So it's not an across-the-board hot market everywhere, but the Dow 30 is reacting positively to the unemployment figures that are coming out, the lower claims that are being sought by unemployed. That is good news, but it just confirms what I think we've been talking about here. Thank you, buddy. Random, thank you for joining us. The economy is opening up. We've lost people. The actual workforce is shrinking. There's a couple of reasons. One, COVID. There are a number of people who passed away that were working. They're gone now. A number of people are still recovering from terrible symptoms. They're out of the workforce right now and might be for a long time. We've aged. This country, the U.S., Canada, we're all a year and a bit older. We're a year and 3 months older than before the pandemic. This is something people don't talk about very often, but every day, every week, every month, certain people reach a certain age and retire. They hit their retirement benefits and they're out. And in the last year and a quarter, we've lost, let's say an average working life is 40 years. Just pick a number, from age 25 to 65. That means every year, 2.5% of the workforce retires and leaves from natural aging. Then there's a percentage of the workforce that they pass away before they reach 65. Then there's a percentage of the workforce that have left us due to COVID. It's more than 2.5%. We may have lost 4 to 4.5% of the workforce, and they're not replaceable right now because companies have been hiring for the last year. How many companies do you know that have been hiring hundreds of thousands of workers, tens of thousands of workers all over the United States? It's a handful. It's a little spots here and there. Amazon, a lot of mom and pop shops have shut down and are gone forever. Others are trying to come back, regurgitated in some form or another. The Dow 30 companies know that the demand for business is huge. It's going to be massive because we have a lot of catching up to do. But the reality is there are fewer workers to go around. And we're now noticing fewer claims for unemployment because those of us who are able to work are finding that there's jobs all over the place. What do I do? What do I do or not want to do for a living? Yes, it's true. We've had college kids graduate last year and this year again, of course, but that's not enough to replace the workforce. We're not having enough kids. I kind of bring that up from time to time. We're not generating enough children to replace us as adults and as workers. And so the workforce demands on the workforce are increasing. And this is why some of you out there are beginning to get a payoff for your careers. You never thought the day would ever come. You thought that you would be the peon and you'd be ground down by your employer for the rest of your lives. A number of you out there in your 30s and 40s and 50s have realized, oh my gosh, I can work from home on my terms and conditions because they can't replace me as easily as they used to be able to replace me. And frankly, I don't have to worry about my local employer anymore. The kind of work I do that I did for them, I can do for thousands of companies around the world. And I now can shop for a job on a consulting type basis globally. I don't have to be hired by the local schmuck company anymore. I can now be hired by the company out of state, somewhere else in this country, or in another country completely. This is the new normal. This is the new gig, and it's taking hold and effect, and it's going to continue to spread out. There are going to be a lot of you out there who are going to find that you're going to set up small teams of coworkers that you used to work with. And there might be 2 of you, 4 of you, 6 of you, 7 of you that are going to get together at one person's house, or maybe you're going to rent a little office space in a little strip mall somewhere, cheap overhead that you'll split between the 7 of you, and you're going to start bringing in contract work from various entities to do the kind of work you used to do for one company, where you used to get ground down by your bosses, and you used to have to work those 6 days a week, 12-hour shifts, and you were told how lucky you were to be hired by us. You're out. You're never going back. This is the big shift, the big change. It's happening. And for some of you, you don't realize it could be happening to you if you want it to. You should really look into this. There could be a massive change coming that could really change your life for the better. So anyway, the Dow is up because business is up. And NASDAQ is, break even, down 29 points. Ooh, who cares? Nothing serious. But the world has changed and is continuing to do so. Do not get sucked in with these people on television that are telling you, oh, you got to go back to work. If you want your career to succeed, you got to go back into that cubicle. That's bunk. Don't fall for that crap. These guys want you back at the low prices. They want you at the cheap prices with the so-so benefits, and they want to grind you into the ground to get everything out of you they can, because you are a sap. You've been the willing participant in a one-way street. You get less money every year as inflation continues on. You get a 2% raise when there's 3% inflation, and the chairman of the board and the president of the company and the VPs and the directors are getting 30-40% a year, and they're getting massive stock options, and they're becoming multi-millionaires and billionaires off your back. It's time for you to take it and grab it for yourself. You're not going to make yourself a billionaire, but you know what? If you can double your income, or you can, let's say, make just as much money as you used to make, but you only work half the amount of time now, is that a better quality of life? I would think so. Maybe work for your old employer for 10 hours a week, and bring 2 other new employers in for 10 hours a week each, and make double the money you used to make for 3/4 of the time. How about that action? That is being done by people right now, and that is the future that's available to some of you out there. Just look for it. Come on, let's go. You're a solid dude, Bruce. Oh, thank you, guys. You remember when we used to talk about stocks? You know what? This has a lot to do with stocks. You are taking control of your physical self and your investments and your money and your cash flow. This opens you up to invest in the market. This allows you to diversify your assets. Some of you have stock in companies you've worked for decades. It's just sitting in some kind of an employee something account, and it's just rotting there. Why don't you grab that stock and move it into a self-administered Roth IRA or whatever you can grab it into, and write option contracts on this stuff? Make money on your assets. Why don't you take assets that are outside of a tax plan, some kind of option stock that you've been given over the years, transfer the stock into your 409k or 401k or whatever retirements you're allowed to every year to put so many thousands of dollars into your retirement. Why don't you take assets that are sitting stale over here with your employer and just take the value of that stuff, just literally transfer the stock into these accounts for these credits and get these massive tax breaks that are available to you? Reorganize your life and turn this into a win for you. Some of you have been just dedicating yourselves to your mortgages like crazy. You can borrow money now at what, 2%, 3% for your house? Take a loan on your house for $100,000. Put the dough into your IRAs, your 401ks, whatever maximum allowable you have for you, your wife, for the next, have enough money for the next 2 or 3 years to make these contributions at these cheap rates, and put the rest into the market and just buy IBM and take 4.5% on your money. You don't even have to pay that much to borrow the money. I mean, this is simple investing 101 moves that many of you are sitting on. You don't even realize you can do this. You just reshuffle your existing assets to maximize your personal returns. Why are you working so hard to let all this water fall through your hands? You don't gather up water like this. You gather up water with a bowl and keep it all for yourself. Your bosses are doing it. Your managers are doing it. The chief officers of your companies are doing this. They've got analysts and employees paid for by the company to help them be better managers of their money. They're not giving that to you. You've got to figure it out yourself. Kids, it's time to look after yourself and become a smarter investor and a smarter everything. This is your time. It's now time to do it. The refinance. Let's go. Here we go. I did that last night. I took my old 401k and rolled into IRA on Fidelity. I can't wait until it clears. Let's go. Absolutely. 2,000 viewers, 800 likes. Push the button for this happy guy. I love to have you in my daily life. So much optimism. Thank you. Christopher, wait, you're saying to not have kids? Please remind me. That's exactly what I was thinking of doing once my mortgage comes up to renew in a month. Yeah. Why don't you borrow some money from these banks for nothing, cheap, shop around, make sure you get that rate, and put it to work. Yes, especially top up your tax-free savings. I mean, absolutely. I mean, Mike, come on. I mean, I don't know. Some of you are allowed $6,000 a year, $9,000 a year. I'm not sure I'm not your tax guy. Okay, don't look to me for tax advice. But in Canada, I know for a fact that there are Canadians who are blowing it. They're blowing it. They've got banks coming to them with 1.5% mortgages, 2% mortgage offers, and they're only just refinancing their houses at that rate, when they could be turning around and saying, I want to add $100,000 to that first mortgage at 2%, and then take that $100,000 and top up your RRSP, your wife's RRSP, tax-free savings accounts, and pick up dividend and producing stock at least that pays you more than the money. You can literally buy Royal Bank of Canada stock and get a higher dividend yield than they charge you to borrow the money. I mean, you're borrowing from the bank to buy the bank's own stock to make more. I mean, hello, it's just on the table for nothing. Grab this. This is taking control of your life and moving forward, because now is the time. Who else is going to do it for you? There's no one else going to do it for you. Some guy isn't going to knock on your door and go, hi, I can help you reorganize your entire life. You're going to slam the door on this person. I don't want to talk to someone like that. I don't trust these people. Trust in yourself. Make this happen. It's there, people. I worked so hard. Grabbed the last IPO, 20 cents for July, topped off, and I'm ready for liftoff. There we go. $236.25 on GameStop, down $6 a share at the moment. Kids, the future is yours if you want it, but what kind of future do you want it to be? Yes. What can I say? Christina, Uncle Bruce, I'm putting my rental house on the market 1st of June. I will need a private session to help me investigate the gains. There you go. Just got an HELOC for basement renovation. Put the extra in the market, including IBM. Here we go. Yeah, good luck finding a good loan rate when you have 40,000+ student loan debt. It's almost like it was all planned at a scam. It's not for everybody. I understand. I know. But you know what? Just one thing at a time. Figure out one thing at a time and get to it. There's ways. You gotta really take a look at yourself and move forward here. I'm just, and a JW. Okay, I'm ready to run through a brick wall. I'm ready. Okay, I'm ready. Best bet. Morning out. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here. Hey, Bruce, I got a $240 call on GameStop for next week. Man, this squeeze, it was clutch. I think I might have made a good buy. Already flipped 2 calls for 100% portfolio increase. Beautifully done. Let's see. Stock markets with Bruce. No one in Canada should be leveraging their homes right now for anything. Foreclosures are coming soon enough anyways. I don't believe it. Don't know. If they're offering you cheap money, put the money to work and make money. Have more assets under control. Come on. Kind of looking for something owner will carry can help in that case. I would sell body parts only to have 40 grand in student debt if I only had 40. Christopher, on the other hand, if you can get private advice from Uncle B for a reservation of $400 an hour, just protecting Uncle Bruce from securities violations. We're just chatting. We're just talking. We're just comparing notes. And we're having a time machine I can borrow. Let's see. What else is going on here? 239. 239.51 on GameStop. Goody, well, we were talking about the younger generation finding ways to make money, but to talk about that, you have to talk about how so many had to start life down 50 grand and whole working at Starbucks. I know. Hey, I know people. I've heard others with 200,000 in debt. It's ridiculous. It's an outrage. It's crap. But you got to start somewhere. And there are some of you in different positions now. You're no longer in your 20s. You're not in your 30s. You're now in your 40s. It's time to move on. Bill, I have one, but if only moves forward at the time at the rate of 60 seconds per minute. Make a great deal on it, though. All right. Let's go. What else is going on here? 240. Yep, 240 on GameStop. Just keep swimming. AMC just popped over 20. There you go. We're moving higher on the markets. Fantastic. 241, 242. We're moving higher. IPOE 1993 up 3 cents. AMC at 2040. It's now through 2040. This is the approaching its all-time high, which it just did. It broke the January high. This is like GameStop going to $500 a share. That's where AMC is right now. If you want to equate it to that, are you buying this at 20 bucks a share? Are you paying 20, 40 a share for this? Where is it going? Where do you think this is going? Hey, I'm happy that every single person in AMC is making money right now. You can't possibly be upside down on this now. Fantastic. How long, how far, where, if you're now getting into it, you're the last one into the party. I don't know what you're thinking. You are the same person that bought at 20 in January. And where did that get you? I'm just cautioning you. GameStop is at 241. It was at 483 on the New York Stock Exchange during the market hours. It was at over 500 a share in the aftermarket, and it's now 241. It's nowhere near. It's at half the level that it once topped out at. AMC is there now. It is over the level it topped out at. What upside do you think this is going to have now? This is going to 40? Is this going to 30? For what purpose, reason, how, and how long will it stay there? I don't know. I want to keep the headlights on and put the high beams on and look around, people. Make sure you are aware of your surroundings. Gores, 1452, up 32 cents on 269,000 shares. It is what it is. The market is doing what it's doing, and the market never lies. The market never lies. There are people prepared to pay right now $20.34 for AMC. Why? Whatever their reason is, their reason is. If you're in on it, you're making money, way to go. Now you have to decide what to do. What can I say? Alrighty, let's see. Let's go. So puts on AMC, well, if you can buy cheap puts, maybe, but really, you don't want to be buying $10 puts. You want to be buying puts that are closer to the money. I mean, if there's a pullback of $5 or $7 a share on some serious profit taking coming, you want to benefit and score and be out, but you got to be careful. Anyway, so I don't know. Never been to this channel, so I don't know. Let's see. I don't care. I don't know what that means. This seems to me a desperate attempt to scoop some GameStop investors to AMC. Watch out, guys. Again, I'm just telling you what I see, and I'm just reacting. You guys are telling me AMC is over 20. I'm telling you how high it is over 20, and I'm comparing it to where it was in January. Robert, Soren, I bought my first 2 GameStop at 275. Then I went down. AMC will squeeze Uncle B. Okay, let's see. Sold deep in the money, 2.5 leaps on AMC early this year. Good times, rather stay away now, maybe short. You're on your own. Let's see. Let's see, who cares? I'm talking with Uncle Bruce this week, and I'm super excited to see the real change in my financial future. DE thinks 50 to 100 tomorrow. Okay. Buy everything cash. If going into AMC and GameStop, then you're sure that it's yours. If AMC can sustain a run to the 20s, I'll be a real believer in the AMC squeeze. Otherwise, if it gets tapped out like before, it'll confirm my hedge funds use this as a cash register theory. VGAC is unbelievably cheap right now. 1 share of AMC equals 2 shares of VGAC. There you go. True. If VGAC goes from 10 to 20, that's like AMC going from 20 to 40. Right. There's your leverage right there. I was feeling FOMO, fear of being left out. I can't remember this on games. Yes, but it ended up to buy more IPOE at 1931 pre-market in the morning instead. 1994 on IPOE up 4 cents. GameStop 238.82. AMC at 2028. Gores at 14.58. That's where we're at right now. Let's go here by another comment. Let's go to these comments. My FIIT lifestyle. Thank you for this donation. That's how I got into stocks. I bought 50K back in 2020. I said it was now or never. And then GameStop saga risk-reward ratio just made it so awesome. There you go. Can you help us decipher between volume and open interest in an option contract? It's simple. when you write a contract, you're creating a new contract out of thin air, and that's adding to the open interest. The open interest is how many call contracts have been written, how many have been created. The volume is how many are trading. Now, once you create a call contract, you sell it, you're now short that call contract, and you either buy it back or let it expire, one way or the other. The call contract is now trading on the open market in Chicago, and contracts trade all the time. There are day traders that flip contracts all the time. And there are market makers that make contracts, they trade in contracts, they buy them back, they rewrite them, they're all over the place. So the open interest number fluctuates all the time. The open interest number goes up and down depending on whether you buy your contract back or not. So if you wrote 10 call contracts today, the open interest went up by 10. You buy your 10 contracts back tomorrow at a lower price, scored a profit, you've bought them back, there are 10 fewer open interest left in that contract. That's how that works. The volume is just how many trade. Contracts turn over all the time. So you can have 1,000 open interest and 5,000 contracts trading if it's an active market. That is doable. And or the opposite, 3,000 exist and only 300 traded. That can happen too. All right. Did I miss anything? Nope. There's nothing going on, Cav. You haven't missed anything. Go back to sleep. It's all good. Not a problem. 246 on GameStop. Well, you missed that. Okay, you kind of missed that. So we got it's up 450 a share right now. 247 on GameStop. It's going higher. Picked up more VGAC. Right on. Way to go, Gildy. 247. Going to 248 right now. Here it is, 248. Going. It's running. Will it keep going? Maybe. Will it back off to 210 this afternoon? Maybe. Will it be 200 tomorrow afternoon? Maybe. How many contracts are in the money now? How many call contracts are in the money in all of GameStop? All of GameStop. Just think about that. We're coming into 250 a share. How many were written at 250 in the last 6 months? How many were coming into the money on those? Very interesting. It's a squeeze. AMC is leading the charge at 21.14. No question about it. It's up $1.58 on 76 million shares. You trade 300 million one day and 76 million in the first hour and a bit the second day, you're going to get movement, or the first half hour in the second day, you're going to get movement. How long will it last? I don't know. AMC is in territory it's never been. If the corporation at AMC were to issue stock right now, it would be the smartest thing that they could ever do. It would be the most brilliant move AMC could make right now, is issue stock for cash and pay off their bankers. The move of moves, but I don't think they can. I think that they've been bullied into not issuing any stock by their shareholders. I think. I could be wrong, but I think so. We'll see. Unbelievable. Let's see what's going on here. Where are we at? Let's go. I should have bought that call back this morning for 500 this morning. Oopsies. It ain't over. Let's see. And where are we at? We picked up our shares. I picked up my shares at 300. We're at 245 right now. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Thank you, all of you, for being here. Appreciate that. And let's see. Tons of comments. A lot of folks talking to each other. Thank you, everybody. 246.80, 245.80 right now. The Dow's up 215, S&P up 11, NASDAQ up 10, down 10. Thank you all for being here and following what's going on. Let's see. IPOE added weekly options, apparently. Green days just giving me a pep to my step. This is not a squeeze. This is retail fear of missing out. Maybe. I don't know. Uncle Bruce, Brule Trap. Volume on GameStop, by the way, 3 million so far. Still not heavy enough to really tell me it's going to go like crazy. Well, I mean, it's up. I mean, this is good. Okay. But it's not up $25 a share right now. It's higher. Yeah. Yesterday it hit 248. Remember, it did touch a better level than that, 249.40. So it did break that yesterday high. Okay. Maybe a little consolidation, another shot at 250, or maybe a shot back. We'll see. I'm here. We're watching. 1986 on IPOE, down a nickel at the moment. Flatlining right now. The shareholder meeting is happening today. AMC 2094 topped out at 21.26 a moment ago. It's trading 83 million. A lot of action on AMC. Gores at 14.67, up 47 cents now. Gores is 309,000 volume and 14.62 last trade. Doing quite nicely with the Matterport earnings announcement last night. Very good. Let's see. 118 thumbs ups away from 1,000. Fully expect this to be well over 1,000 when we get back from my run. Right on, Sharon. Thank you. When do we start talking about breakfast? Laugh out loud. The puts are spendy on AMC right now. Yeah, I bet you they are. I bet you AMC puts are real expensive because there's a lot of people playing the put game on AMC. There are shorters who would rather be short AMC on the puts than the stock. I agree. You're going to go, if you think AMC is too high right now, you got to be buying $20 puts or 19s or 18s if you can get them. And go out a bit if you can. But yeah, 2107 on AMC. The higher it goes, the more puts become attractive because sooner or later there will be a $10 pullback. And the higher it goes, there'll be a bigger pullback. And right now it could be a $3 to $4 pullback. It goes up to 24, 26, could be a $5, $6 pullback. Goes to 27, 28, 20, could be a $10 pullback. There will be one. Is that the end of it? Maybe not, but there will be one. I don't know. 246 on GameStop, 247 on GameStop, 247.48 right now on GameStop. That's what we got. We're up on the day, $4.92. Okay. What is going on here? Oh my gosh. Just watching here what's going on. What do you think, Uncle Bruce, what do you think realistically GameStop could possibly go to? Guys, it was $160 2 weeks ago. It was $170 a week ago. It's $248 right now. Do the math. It's up 50% in a week to 10 days. Could it do that in the next 10 days? Yeah, it could. Will it? I don't know. But it could. I've always said that it could do this. I've always said that the shares could take a run, but these shares also can take a drop. Have you seen drops? Have you been with me with drops before? You've seen them out of nowhere. You've seen them. Don't be surprised. Just be open-minded to what's happening here. We're at 249.17 right now. We're approaching the high of the day. Be open-minded to surges and drops because it is now trading on emotion rather than on reality. And that's with AMC, same thing. It's emotional, very emotional right now. AMC, 2178. 2183. There's a lot of emotion on AMC right now. 91 million shares. There are people in there who are going, I never thought it would break 20 again, but it did. I'm getting in now. And there are people being taunted who are not getting in to get in. And that's unfortunate because I hate to see people get in on a high trade, but there are those out there who are saying, oh, this isn't a high trade because they're just, they're ignoring reality of the situation that the stock was $9 2 weeks ago when they raised $450 million and it's now $21.80 a share. I think it's kind of high, but that's just, an outsider looking in. Up to you how you want to play this. Gores 1455, that is up because of corporate news. Solid news you can take to the bank. Matterport is making money hand over fist beyond what they were expecting it to make already. And this is the Matterport company. IPOE is 1988, down 2 cents a share. Merger today, the shareholder vote today. This is it, today. Trading next week is SoFi. I tell you, AMC is 21 and IPOE is 1988. Which of these two stocks do you think can go to 400 a share in the next 2 years? Which one of these two stocks can go to $50 a share in the next 6 months? Which of these two stocks can go to $40 a share in the next 5-6 weeks? Which one? Really? Which one? Which one of these two companies, IPOE or AMC, is making money right now? Actually making money. SoFi is there. Which one of these two is growing hand over fist that'll have over 3 million members within the next few months? SoFi. That's the one. 1986. The other one's 2139. Maybe a switch. Yeah, could be done, but everyone to themselves. You figure out what you're going to do. 246 on GameStop on volume now of 3.5 million shares. There you go. And as I've said before with AMC, if you're long AMC right now and you've got 1,000 shares of this stuff and you're up a lot of money, I say way to go. Why don't you consider writing $25 calls for like Next week Friday. Why don't you offer $25 calls? You might get in $4 a share right now. Stupid premiums. Why don't you take it? Take in $4 a share. What you pay for it? $10, 12? Can you take a third of your money, 40% of all the money off the table by writing a call contract with a $25 exercise price? You're selling out at $29 if you get taken out. Time to now think about being level-headed and going, you know what? I'm being offered a lot of money to be a shareholder of this stock. Maybe I should take advantage of this. Just saying, 21.57 on AMC. Unbelievable. GameStop, 246.83, up 4.27 a share right now. Gores, up 43 cents to 14.63. IPOE, 19.82, down 8 cents. Okay, Jen, how you doing?
Good morning.
They got the child killer on there. How about that? Look at that. Look at the look. Look at the look on that guy's face. Oh my gosh, what a guy. Honey. You shouldn't talk like that about that guy.
Nice.
I'm not saying his name.
Out.
It's beautiful. What a gorgeous day today.
This afternoon.
Yeah, that keeps the dust down.
I know.
You know.
And did we tell you the rose bush is like ready to pop?
We have a rose bush outside our front door. We can't kill it. We can't. We chop. Well, we could chop it to death, but we chop it down all the time because it just grows.
About every second year we chop it.
Oh, we chop the thing down, but the buds are just about to explode. We're gonna have roses all over the place.
I know.
Incredible. They look good, but they don't smell. There's no odor to them. They have virtually no smell.
Bad.
They're like they're mild.
They're not smelly.
They're not the kind of roses you send to a girlfriend where you with a box of chocolates and she goes, "Ooh," because these don't have that power. Yeah. But they're pretty.
The roses down in Palm Desert that at the school, we had a landscaper guy that took care of the school. That he loved those roses, and hybrid them, and we had these exotic colors and smells. Oh my goodness!
Got a magician there.
Yeah,
he was a master.
He'd been there for years, and they were going to have to take him out with his boots on, holding on to rose bushes. No, they're my baby.
Roses in his hands in the coffin.
You have an eyelash. I want to get in there. You have to take your glasses off.
Where is it? On my face somewhere?
Yeah, it's under your eyes. Here?
No.
There you go.
I need makeup. On-air talent needs makeup.
See, there you go.
What can I say?
It probably just looks like a little wrinkle.
A little wrinkle of happiness in a hot market. I don't know. Okay.
Oh, your market's having fun today.
Well, we're having fun today.
Profit taking this morning.
That was this morning. Now we're on the upside. We're wondering how long it'll last, and we're going around and around.
Traders love this volatility.
I'm ranting and raving today, and I got AMC people upset at me as I always do, and I've got GameStop people happy with me as I hopefully always do. We're just watching a crazy market and just going, wow, what's happening? But yeah, that's what's going on.
Volatility brings in day traders.
Ooh, does it ever? AMC, the volume in AMC this morning, 104 million, 21.48 right now. Unbelievable. 104 million already. It was 370 million yesterday.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard your water's done.
Water's done.
GameStop, 3.7 million shares of volume.
Like will I watch? No.
I'm thinking grape jelly today.
Oh, grape jelly.
Yeah, I'm thinking grape jelly on the bagel today. Okay. That's where I'm leaning.
So tell them we're getting close. That the jar's getting empty.
We're getting near the end of the jar.
Bruce has a crisis.
I can't find Welch's grape jelly in the town of Creston.
He's gonna have to take Smuckers.
Gonna have to buy another jar of Smuckers grape jelly again.
Come here, baby. It's okay.
It's tough times. You think it's easy being a YouTuber?
A man couldn't do it.
Yeah, think it's easy being a YouTuber? Think again. It's not easy being a YouTuber. There are all these side things happening that are just causing unbearable stress. No Welch's grape jelly in this city, in this town for like a month now. Okay, it's been a month. Can't find a jar of this stuff.
Lesser man.
People are waiting to buy it. That's unbelievable. Lesser man. 1991 on IPOE, up a penny. GameStop 246.07 right now. AMC 21.62 right now. Up $2, 207. Gores 14.50 up 31 cents. 14.55 up 35 cents. VGAC 9.97. The Bargoon of Bargoons. Fifth Wall Acquisition 10.66 up 7 cents. VACQ unchanged at 9.90. Navside Holdings up 3 cents. to $9.90. Starboard up 2 cents, $9.92. Fortress Value up a penny, $10. What we got, the Dow up 230 points at 34,553. The all-time high for the Dow, 35,091. So we're 500 or so away from an all-time high, 230 points closer to the all-time high today for the Dow Jones Industrial. So that's what you got going. S&P up 15 points. NASDAQ is now positive again, up 15.9. All three indexes have turned positive. Interestingly, what's going on. All right. IPOE 1994 up 4 cents. GameStop 244, 245. Let's get a refresh. 245.36 on GameStop right now on a volume of 3.82 million shares. So not heavy volume. It's active, but it's not like heavy. So this is telling me that we might be topping out on GameStop right now. We are not getting this. We should be at 10 million now. If it were really going to do what AMC is doing, this should be trading a lot more. It's just my humble opinion. I'm just telling you, not financial advice, just my opinion. Anyway, Uncle Bruce, my favorite is grapes, Welch's grape jelly. Me too. I like that stuff. Anyway, Sitting Bull, I own 200 AMC and a bit more GameStop. Right on, guys. Michael M., Uncle Bruce, love you, babe. In your opinion, this isn't a squeeze on GameStop? There's a pullback due. Yep, I think so. I do. I don't think this isn't enough volume. GameStop hasn't got enough volume to squeeze up. It's going to run into some profit taking and some flipping and some churning. And those of you who've written calls and you're in the money, just sit tight and just watch this fluctuate. It's only up $1.22. It's come up from its low of the day of 227. So it looks impressive, like it's had a big move. It's only up $1.20 on GameStop today. AMC is up $1.64. I was just up $2 a moment ago. That one is definitely got some squeeze action going on it, but I don't know how much longer it can go. I don't know how much more squeeze action there'll be. There are a lot of people on AMC that have been in this stock now for the last 3-4 weeks who've been buying at 9 and 10, 11 and 12 and 13 and 14. A lot of trading at 13 and 14. I mean, hundreds of millions of shares that were picked up at 13 to 14. Folks are looking at now at this stock at 21 to 22 going, whoa, what do I do? And some of you might sell half of it and take a profit, ride the other half for free. Some of you will do that. Some of you will write options right now. If you're really playing this game to the max, you'll write options right now at 22, 23, 24, 25, and take in some serious premiums that are being used and ride the cash train now. But it's up to you guys. You got to decide what to do. Somebody send Bruce's some Welch's. Let's see. AMC pop price now equals the cost of their medium popcorn. What else is going on here? Oh my gosh. Oh no. Gores 14.26 up a nickel. It's a bargain down here. What can I tell you? The more it stays down here, you know what I mean? There's the deal. Let's go. What else is going on here? That's a little not quite good. Let's go on. Continue on. I'm loading up again on VGAC while it's still under 10. Good move. You buy when it's low, not when it's high. You buy when it's low. Yep. Let's see. Thank you, everybody, so much for being here and hanging out with yours truly, watching these markets. IPOE 1994 up 4 cents. GameStop 244.93. We've got AMC at 21.54 up 198. We've got Gores at 14.40 up 20 cents. VGAC 9.98 up a penny. We have the Dow up to 203 at the moment, but this is the low of the day for the Dow, by the way. S&P up 12.93 and NASDAQ up 16.95. So we're having green colors on the big indexes. The big winner is the Dow at this point, up 205 points, but coming down a tad, but still up 205. And we're watching to see just where we turn over at here. And if I'm selling a call option, do I retain the shares and premium if the option is not exercised. Yes, you do. You do retain that. That is correct. Let's see. Hi, Bruce. I would be very happy if GameStop stays around this price till the announcements are released. Once the shares start going up on their own merit, the hedge funds will take this seriously. There you go. Uncle Bruce, will you please talk about SVAC? Just a quick summary. SVAC, let's take a peek here. Let's see if I can show you this. SVAC is going to become 6 Tera. Take a look at the bottom of this announcement right down here. CYXTERA, that's apparently it's pronounced 6 Tera. 6 Tera is a company that last night came out with an earnings report, higher earnings. They own and operate server farms. Server farms. These are gigantic warehouses all over the place, filled with hundreds and thousands of servers handled by technicians all the time that handle all of our computer data, all of the corporate data, our credit cards, our membership cards, our spending, you name it. Everything in computers is stored somewhere. Server farms handle all this stuff. The cloud, all through server farms. This company is merging with 6 Tera. That is SVAC is going to be taken over by 6 Tera. This, in the next month or so, this should be done. That's what I'm waiting for right now. And 6 Tera is firing on all cylinders. They're making more money. They just released their financials and they went up again. And so SVAC totally being ignored by the market. It's up 2 cents to $9.92. We don't have the date of the takeover. We don't have the date of the shareholder vote. We don't have the final SEC approval of their paperwork. We're waiting for that to happen. This stock is sitting under the $10 limit, just like VGAC, just like FAII. It's a deal of deals. They're owning the company that this is becoming is a money-making, publicly traded company that I think will expand dramatically. And there you go. Thank you,
it's kind
Jen.
of a happy face, I don't know.
Yoo-hoo. We got the bagels here with grape jelly. It ain't Welch's, but it'll have to do. What can I say? 246 on GameStop. I'm a brave boy, she says. Thank you very much. That's where we're at right now. Thank you, all of you, for being here. 245, 246 on GameStop. We're jumping around again and again and again. Okay. 6 Tera, the third largest one of their business in the country, comes with a 1/6 warrant if you buy the units. Just buy the stock or buy the contract. Buy call contracts on this thing. That's what I'd be doing. Exactly. 245.17 as the bagels arrive, or the bagel arrives. Thank you, all of you, for being here. Appreciate you all watching and following. $19.99 on IPOE, up 9 cents again, coming up to $20. GameStop 246, and let's have a bagel. Yeah. AMC popping again. 22.36 right now, up 280. Just touched 22.55. 129 million traded on AMC. Gores 14.46. GameStop 246 again, 246.50 on GameStop. All right. Woohoo! Anything going on? 250 for a bagel. Uncle Bruce didn't see it. I'm busy. I'm getting asked questions. I'm trying to help you out. I'm watching everything I can as quick as I can. I don't have 15 assistants telling me what's going on. I'm doing the best I can. I'm telling you, I'm doing the best I can. Is anyone getting richer today? Anybody out there getting richer? I sure hope so. I sure hope so. Bagel. Thanks for the info, Uncle Bruce. SVAC just got SVAC October 15, 21. $10 calls at $1. Good move. Really good move. Yeah, that goes to $20. You are laughing, man. You're going to have an $11 contract. 11 times your money. Just going to 20. This company makes money. Oh, man. I'm so excited for you people. Those of you who have VGAC, Gores, all these SPACs, getting these contracts at these cheap prices right now while no one is paying attention to them. This is the move. Oh, man, I'm pumped for you people. This is going to be beautiful. One great summer coming up, I am sure. 247 on GameStop, 247.32. Fantastic. How many thumbs ups we got? 995 thumbs ups, guys. 5 away from 1,000. Hit that thumbs up button. Let's get to 1,500 as quick as possible. Thank you so much for helping me out. Beautiful stuff. Hit the thumbs up. There we go. We got 1,000 now. Beautiful. $247.02 on GameStop. Michael, Bruce, don't forget, Sixtra also has government clearance to handle and bid on government contracts. This stock's a sleeper. Yeah, the street. I mean, 0.1% of the world knows about SVAC. $9.92 a share on SVAC. This is such a sleeper stock. It's going to explode. It's going to be an awareness stock. I didn't know that. Wow, that was a SPAC? Yeah, that's what's going to happen. What can I say? VGAC will trade its ticker ME. That's right. That is correct. Pat, Uncle Bruce, just want to say thank you. I lost $2,500 to AMC a couple of months ago. Went to the bench, but always had lingered around here. Got IPOE, and we're making it all back. Beautiful. Nicely done. Davey, we're going to cover this in our class. This is something we have to cover in the class. I can't do it here. Jen's, oh my God, I forgot to give the thumbs ups. Mr. E, do you think that IPOE will make their announcement during market hours or after hours? I don't know. I don't really know what the timing is on this thing. I don't have that in front of me. Do any of you have the shareholder proxy? Does it tell you the time of the vote today for IPOE? What time is the shareholder vote? Does anyone know? Kind of figure out maybe that'll be an hour or two and then it'll be done. I don't know. Uncle B, can you explain how the presumption is retail owns a large portion of the float with the insiders? If I buy a share right now, where is that share coming from? Are you talking about GameStop? I'm assuming you're talking GameStop. You don't care where the stock's coming from. You don't care. If it's a shorter selling it to you, their risk. They're risking the upside unlimited. You're risking downside to zero. If you're buying from an insider, I doubt you are, because I don't see insiders doing anything at this point. Are you buying and selling from another trader? Are you buying and selling from a day trader that's just flipping stock? Endless, Han. It's just endless. No Yoko today. That's right, no Yoko. Anyway, I have more money in GameStop than I've ever seen in my life. Still holding right on. Who cares? Just starting here. Let's see. Bruce, SVAC call contract, October 15th, 2021 for a $12.50 strike price, 55 cents. Is that a good entry? Yeah, it's cheap. The shares just go to $15. You got a $2.50 book value plus probably $1 premium. You probably got a $3.50 contract. You're making 7 times your money. Yeah, I'd say so. The key is here, October. It's out there. I'd prefer you would be longer, but yeah, October is still all right. One contract, $55. I mean, come on, buy 10 of them for $550. Take a shot for $550 that this thing goes to $3,500 for you. It's a no-brainer. Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, there you go. I heard this. The meeting is scheduled for 12 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, good. Good comment here. This SVAC, I'm thinking 30 to 60 days. It's all over. It's all done. But I don't have the exact minute yet. But it's imminent. Both board of directors have approved it. They're just waiting for SEC final clearance of their filings. That's all they're waiting for. $245.46 on GameStop. AMC 2284. J Ray, okay, Bobster, thanks for your profound advice. I'm making money on IPOE and Gore. Right on. Way to go, you guys. Let's make money. Uncle Bruce, can you please explain the benefits of selling an AMC contract? I currently own 200 shares. I've never sold a call option yet. Well, if you're offering a $25 call contract on AMC for, say, a month from now, I don't know, you can bring in some nice cash, I think. I'm going to take a look at the option chain on AMC right now. It's trading at $22.96, the stock, and an option chain just for fun, just for poops and scoops. What do we got here? June the 11th. If you sold a June 11th $25 call contract, you can probably bring in about $370 a contract right now. That's $370 per contract. That's $740 for your 200 shares. So you can bring in $3.70 a share against your stock in cash right now today if you had an option trading account. And you're offering your stock until June the what was that again? The 11th. So you're offering your stock to the market at $25 a share until June 11th. So right now you're at what, $22.90? So that's $2 higher a share plus $3.70. You're actually selling for $28.70 if you get taken out. So if the shares go up to $26, $27 and you get exercised, you are cashing in $28.70 on your AMC. What did you pay for it? Is that a gain? Are you happy with that? If the shares don't go over 25 between now and June 11, they kind of get there, but they meander back to 23 and they sit at 22, 24. They don't go. You get to keep the 370, all your money. And that option will die at zero on Friday, the 11th of June. On the other hand, you write the contract today at this price and the shares in the next couple of days reach 19, 20 bucks on a bit of a pullback. These calls might go down to $2, $1.50. You can buy them back there if you want. Lock in the difference between 370 and $1.50. Take the 220 and pocket it. Shares go back up again to 23, 24, 25. You might write 25s or 26s, 27s or 28s. New contracts. You'll write, bring in another 370 at say 28. Shares stay under 28 for the next week and a half, 2 weeks, whatever. You cash in another bunch of money. That's what you can do with your AMC shares right now. There's some serious premiums available for you guys if you want to play this. Just saying. Bill Coyne, everyone loves Bruce when they're making money. That's what I find. That's kind of what I hear. The IPOE meeting starts at noon today. Okay. Who else is here? IPOE options, Christina. October 15, 1750s for 410. For $20 contracts for $325, 2250s or $270, $25 contracts $235. How would you know what to pick? So if you're looking to buy IPOE contracts, If you're going to pick up the October 1750s, they're in the money a little over $2.30. So you're paying $1.80 premium on top of the 410. Excuse me. Let me start again. The 1750s are in the money, $2.30. The difference between the $230 and the $410 price is $180 a contract. You're paying a time premium of $180 to buy the 1750s. That's number one. The $20 contracts are $325. They're out of the money because the stock's at 1983. That's all premium. I'd recommend the 1750s. Buy them at 410. If you got the $410, you can get one contract. You control 100 shares. The shares go to $25, just $25. That 1750 contract has a $750 book value and will probably have at least $1 time value on it. That'll be a $900 contract. You'll more than double your money on a $410 purchase. The stock goes to $30 between now and October. It goes to $30. Then that is worth $1,250 plus probably $100 premium. That'll be roughly a $1,350 contract. You triple your money. There you have it. Someone I'd be looking at, Christina. But I prefer you get into January contracts, January 2022s. Then you can look at 20s or 2250s. That's what I would be doing, as well as for leverage. Okay. Liz, just doing any thoughts on Sixtra quarter one earnings? I like what I saw. I like what I see. Those shares are going to do well. Gores Holdings at $14.44 up 24 cents. AMC at $22.46 up $2.90. GameStop $2.42 up 17 cents. IPOE 1984 down 7 cents. Okay. Vaping with Vic. IPO meeting will go like this. So, do we merge? Yeah. Sweet. Meeting over. Lunchtime. Laugh now. We're out of here. There you go. Let's see. What bagel sandwiches Bruce chomping on today? Grape jelly today. That's what we got going on. AB, hey Bruce, would you be buying one of those October 15 SVAC $10 call contracts for $110? Would be a way to cheaply learn contracts, how and when. Yeah, $110 controls 100 shares of SVAC for $10 until October. I'd do that. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. NSH, yeah. Frankie, yeah. I look at that. That's a good one right there. FWAA is merging with Smart Rent from Scottsdale. Really exciting company. Hoops and scoops. Hey, Uncle Bruce, puts on the cruise lines for 6 months, 1 year, good play. Also, which cruise line would be the best play for the puts? Royal Caribbean. Go out a year if you can. Buy puts, good for a year on Royal Caribbean. Yeah. Oh boy. I have no idea. This one I don't know. Yeah. You get the benefit of price movement, but I don't know about the votes. I don't know about that. You're going to talk to your broker about that one. The brokerage house that you deal with, you'll have to ask them, honestly. That's all I can think about. That's all I can tell you. Anything but pen gaming? Nope. 10 bagger on my AMC calls. Way to go. Got pretty lucky with some GameStop calls this morning, so I decided to pick up 100 SVAC. Okay. What are we at now? 22.19 on AMC, 241 on GameStop. IPOE 1979, Gores 1432. All righty. Trying to convince my colleague to become a member. It's an individual decision, of course. No. I wrote 10 May 28th for tomorrow. Calls for $1.75. This is crazy. Wow. That's awesome. Bought AMC $20 calls for January 2022 back in December for 8 cents a contract. Sweet. Just went for SVAC $10 calls for 2021. July expiry, got them at 15 cents. Got 3 of them for the gamble. $15 a contract. Bruce, I understand call options selling to make money on the side. But if you don't own the shares and you're buying naked call options, you're buying naked in order to buy cheap shares later, when have dollars, is that smart? Well, now you're gambling now. I mean, you're really gambling. You're on the opposite side of writing. And you can justify in your mind what it is, why you're doing it, how you're doing it. I'm looking at, I'm trying to tell you guys, if you're buying calls, you're going out there, way out there. Nothing in 2-3 weeks, nothing in a month. 6, 8 months, 12 months out. Give yourself a shot. This close in stuff I'd avoid. But hey, to each his own. Making more money. Michael, I'm not saying you have to buy it this second. I'm not saying that. But while it's cheap and it's quiet and no one is talking about it, I mean, last night the underlying company that announced they're making more money. To me, this is a no-brainer. I mean, it's just a no-brainer. But you got to go out. You got to get those contracts out there to January. They're cheap. Buy them now before the street figures it out. IB, what are you talking about here? I'm not sure what you're doing. Bought the call contract. Price went down to 105 for the contract. So if F is at $22 to $33, and I pay $1,105 to get, said my break-even price is level 5. The stock goes, okay, I'm assuming you have a $10 contract. Am I right? Is this a $10 exercise price contract? You paid $105 for the contract. You paid a dime a share. Am I missing something here? If the stock goes to $22 to $33, the contract you own will be worth $22 to $3,300 plus premium that you paid $105 for. So you should be making $2,100 to $3,200 profit. Huge. I'm doing the best I can, trying to figure these guys out. Hey, Bruce, no worries. Not knowing what the voting rights. Do you happen to know what differences between basic shares and these? Nope. Depository receipts are a reflection of the stock, but you gotta talk to your broker, not me. I'm sorry. Oh man. Alrighty, let's see what happens. Delish. Fabulous. Absolutely wonderful. Charles, thank you. Thank you, Charles. Got a PayPal donation from Charles. I appreciate it. Beautiful. Thank you, guys. AB, you're not getting it. You're not getting it. If you bought the contract for $105 and it's worth $1,000, you sell the contract for $1,000. The rest is yours. You're not going to exercise anything. You're just going to sell the contract you bought for a higher price whenever. If your stock goes up $12 a share from 10 to 22, your contract will be worth $1,200 a share, and you'll sell it for that. Stock goes to $33 a share. It's worth $23 book value. You'll sell it for $3,300. Just the contract. You're not going to buy any stock. You're not exercising any stock. You don't get to keep any shares. If you bought one call contract, you control 100 shares in the contract, and you'll earn the upside of that contract. Nothing else. So I hope this works. Boy, do you need classes. We'll have fun. Oh, man. Will IPOE ever go over $20? I swear, every time it gets close and backs down, I buy another 20 strike call out of frustration. I'm up to 13 now. Just keep buying them, Yorgate. Don't worry about it. Relax. Just relax. It's next week, man. Not today. Next week it's going to happen. Uncle Bruce, can you explain the difference between buying options contracts and covered warrants? No, I can't. Just buy options contracts to bet or wager on the upward movement of a stock price. That's what you're doing. Warrants, you can buy them on the open market, and they give you the right to buy stock from the treasury of the company for a set period of time at a set price. And they will trade on the market as well, kind of like options, but nowhere near the liquidity. I would avoid warrants. Do not bother with any warrants whatsoever. All right, Bruce, we got a problem. I'm down $100 today. On that same note, I know I own over 2,000 shares of your picks. Better hope it works out, buddy. Love you, Bruce. I'm down 100. Oh my gosh, let's hope for the best. Stonky Kong, hey, hope everyone's GameStops are firmly in the green. 240 on the GameStop right now. Happy Thursday, Brucey. I bought 12 and a half, Jan 22 SVAC calls at 80 cents. I'm already in the green. Way to go. Way to go. Buy and hold. AB, it sounds like you need to learn slightly more about learning into options. Go down. Thank you, everybody. GHVI has calls for December 15 for 1750 strike at 225. Just nabbed 2 contracts. Gores. Right on. Yeah, you're that's cool. Thank you, everybody. Let me get that there and check out over here and see what's going over there. And oh my gosh, what is happening here? Okay. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. Thank you, all of you, for your commentary. Thank you, all of you, for making donations to my channel. Wendy, thank you, Wendy. We'll see you real soon. I'm looking forward to this, Wendy. We're getting together. Let's see. Who else is doing stuff? Here we go. Trying to keep up on all this stuff. Thank you, Charles Carver. Buddy, thank you. Bruce, thank you for all your help. Let's pretend the stock is around a $230 price. This is GME. At 3 o'clock on Friday. Okay, how would you handle a 210 call if you had sold it? I wouldn't want to roll it for fear the price could rocket any time. Is that thinking wrong? So if the stock is trading at 230 towards the end of the day on Friday, and you wrote a 210 call, your 210 call is $20 in the money. So it'll be trading at around $20 to $21 a contract as we get closer to the bell. If you buy the call back against whatever you sold it for, you either made money, lost money, or broke even on that contract. Obviously, my hunch is when you wrote this contract, the GameStop shares were nowhere near $230 a share. They were probably at 180, 185, 175, somewhere down there. So you are up nicely on your stock. You may lose a little on your option contract. Maybe you sold it at 10 and you're buying it back at 20, or you sold it at 15 and you're buying it back at 20. You're losing hundreds of dollars on your option, but you made thousands on your stock. Okay. Once you buy the call back, whenever you do that, you're under no obligation anymore to have your shares be bought away from you at $210 a share. Okay, great. You don't have to write a new contract if you don't want to that day or any time. You can decide down the road if and when you write contracts or a contract ever again. So, Charles, if you pick off this, you buy this thing back, you watch for a dip on the stock. It's 240 right now. It dips this afternoon to 215. Scoop them back for $5, $6, $7, $8 each. I bet you're making money on them. If the stock goes to 225, you're probably getting them for 15 to 20 bucks a share. Maybe you're breaking even. It's up to you. But between now and Friday afternoon, tomorrow afternoon, these contracts will shrink in value right down to just about the book value they're worth. There will be very little premium left on them. And that's when you're going to consider buying them back. That's what most of the traders do in the option market anyway. 99% of the options that trade out there, they don't get exercised even when they're in the money, because the buyers and the sellers, the guys who are short buy them back, the guys who are long sell them off, and people get ready to roll into the next one next week. So that's the deal there. Charles, I hope that helped you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. And thank you for that donation very much, as always. Thank you very much. All right, guys, there it is. Thank you all for being here at this point. What a day we're having today. Thank you all for following me here and staying on top of this market with us. Thank those of you who are subscribing to this channel. If you're becoming a subscriber, I really thank you for that. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification icon. We'll keep you posted on what's going on. Those of you who are giving me thumbs ups on this live show, thank you. 1,200 thumbs ups have already come in here. We have 1,900 of you here right now. So please, if you can hit a thumbs up for me, let's get to 1,500 real quick. That would be great. Thank you very much. That helps this channel get exposed to new viewers who do not know about the stocks we're talking about, and now will know about the stocks we're talking about. And that will make them think about maybe getting into some of these stocks and joining us. And that is more power and more upside for us. If you think about it, it's a good thing. Thank you all. We're up 170 on the Dow. We're up 11 points on the S&P 500, and we're up 6.29 on NASDAQ. That's what we got going on right now. Okay. Yeah, best bet, don't get into options unless you understand them. Let's see here. Yes, unless your strike is far below than the current price, you'll just sell the contract. And let's see. What do we got going here? Okay. Right. Okay. Why are the $10 SAVC calls for July 15 when the others are $1.10? Because of time. You're asking the stock to do a lot of movement between now and July, whereas October, there's more time for the stock to make a move, and that's why you'll pay a premium. It's the time factor, buddy. Again, I have bought IPOE, and I'm now looking to invest in some of your other SPAC recommendations. Out of those, which order would you recommend investing in? Gavin, they're up to you. It's up to you what you like and what prices these are at, and what they're into. I'm not your investment advisor. I'm not here. I'm not your broker. You got to do some homework, buddy. AB, you pay 100 times the strike price to exercise, but don't exercise. Just sell this contract for a profit. AB, a big aha moment for a lot of people. Get it out of your head that you're doing anything with these shares. You're just buying and selling the contract as if it were a stock. AB, buying one to learn is a good strategy if it's not too costly. You got to start somewhere. Help me. You're close. Dave, Uncle Bruce, could you elaborate on why you dislike warrants? They're derivatives like options, but with no built-in premium. I'm not a fan of premium warrants because there are premiums on these when they trade on the open market. There usually are premiums. They can also have their terms and conditions changed depending on what the stock underneath it is doing, and you have to really read these SEC filings to understand that there's a lot more to a warrant than just the initial deal. That the deal can change depending on what the stock does. And the liquidity isn't there. The tight market isn't there. I'm not a fan. Cloaked AB, I have a free book for you. If you're welcome to read on options trading, if you want to get it with me in Discord, and I will be willing to share it with you. There you go. Stonky Kong, your profile pic is so drippy. It's perfect. Okay. Thanks, y'all, says AB. Bruce, you are the man. Derek, did someone say buy more stonks? Connor, are you kidding me with the complaining about being down money? You do your own research. Just because Uncle Bruce mentioned the stock doesn't mean buy it blindly. There you go. Trading volume, 170 million shares on AMC, 5.6 million on GameStop. That's some shady stuff for sure. Uncle Bruce, when will my car brakes fail? AMC may be seeing higher volume due to the lower entry price. Yep, SVC contract I bought is already up $13. Do you recommend the 1750 October or December call options for Gores and VGAC? Longer the better. Longer out. Go longer out. Robert, I'm in the green. Thanks, Brucey. Thank you, everybody, for being here, and I'm happy you're doing well. 242 on GameStop now. 242.57. AMC 22.84. Trading right now. The high of the day on AMC 23.22, 22.85 last trade. 180 plus million shares traded on AMC, 190 actually now. Gores 14.38 up 18 cents. IPOE down 11 cents. The meeting is starting in an hour for IPOE. And after the meeting is done, I don't know what the stock will do. Just go up. It might stay here. Might go down a bit. I'm not sure. We'll see what's going up. Anyway, stocks never go down. Stocks only go up. That's right. Yeah, sure. Yeah. I see the SVAC Sixtera new SEC filings. Basically just that. 3 choices. And I just need to read right on. And what else is going on? Yeah, Robel, Bill. Oh, yeah, you're the one that welcomed me the other day and advised me to get some books and read all that kind of stuff. Dick, trying to get it confirmed, but there's a story on Twitter that eToro are finally going to let GameStop shareholders have voting rights. Interesting. We'll see. GameStop and AMC short seller losses are at $8 billion for 2021. Betting against those stocks. I am thinking I will go on a learning curve while getting books. Let's see. I'm not sure what I can do there. To know Bruce is to love Bruce. Oh, thank you. Crypto addict. Can we have a stock market with Bruce vet chat so that we won't all have to do beginner classes? See, there's that. David, Uncle Bruce. Okay, thanks. I meant mainly getting issued warrants, not buying on the open market. I totally get the disliker on acceleration clauses. Not buying, getting issued. Well, if you get issued the warrants, just sell them in the market and take the money. That's kind of what I recommend, unless you really want to get the stock. Uncle Bruce, need to know the name of the mystery novel that you were raving about a few weeks ago. Don't know what you're talking about. We're talking about the Mike Stoneman series. We're definitely talking about that. So we're talking about the oh my God, where's that book? Here it is, right here. We're talking about this one right here. Lethal Voyage from Kevin Chapman. That's the book I've been talking about. A Mike Stolman thriller, Kevin G. Chapman author, available on Amazon. Pick it up. A lot of us have read it, and we like it. And the number 4 book is on its way. Fantastic. You can get them all on Amazon. 1, 2, 3 for sure. 4 shortly. There you go. Okay. Krista, you have a good one. Let's see. Uncle Bruce, these covered calls I'm writing are like an insurance policy. I'm loving it. Yep, they can work that way too. That's true. They can work that way. Yeah, 1,200 thumbs ups. Well done, everyone's saying. That's right, Sharon. Should we bother with a meeting? 8 billion so far. Seth, thank you, Seth. Good morning. Uncle Bruce, I'm thinking on AMC puts that expire next year around the 5.8 range with intentions on reselling. Is my upside limited if the stock goes to zero? Hypothetically, trying to find best deal. Seth, you shouldn't be buying contracts that are way out of the money. You should be buying contracts really close to the money. Pay a premium for them. Go out as far as you can that you can stand it, and enjoy the run. And just sell the contract for a gain. Stock isn't going to zero, okay? But, AMC from 23 to 18 or 23 to 14, there's a trade. I'm not calling for anything more than that. I'm just trying to tell you there's a trade here. The higher this thing goes, there's a trade. Anyway, what can I say? Thank you all for hanging around with me. I'm trying to keep up with your comments. Thank you. A lot of you talking to each other. Sharon, Lethal Voyage by Kevin G. Chapman. She knows. That's the one, Lethal Voyage. Gretchen Rothfuss's birthday. Birthday. Happy birthday. Let's see. Jorge, thank you, Jorge, for this donation. One question regarding writing call contracts. Should you always have call contracts on every 100 shares of any given stock? Not always. It depends on what's going on. If you know that there's a big meeting coming up, like the annual meeting for GameStop or the annual meeting for IBM or something like that, you might want to be flat. Let the annual meeting happen, and then if the shares go higher in the aftermarket the next day or 2 or 3, then take a new position. There's times where you don't, and there's times you do. You're going to get used to this, though. You'll learn it. You'll figure it out. 244 on GameStop, 23.32 on AMC. AMC is at a new high right now. GameStop, 23.45 a share on AMC right now. 245.13 on GameStop, up 257 a share only. Gores at 14.39, up 19 cents. IPOE down 28 cents to 19.62. Annual meeting starts in an hour. All right. Let's see. I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, book 4 available. Actually available on audio right now. Okay. Thank you, Alexander. Appreciate that. Let's see. I finally bought in the VGAC at $9.98 today. Sorry, I had to use the technical term thingy though. What else? Okay, there we have it. 1962 on IPOE, GameStop 244.69, AMC 23.25, Gores 14.42. The Dow up 141. It's dropped again to the low of the day. S&P is up 11, and Nasdaq is up 12. But the Dow seems to be going down 2 steps, up 1, down 2, up 1. It was over 200 points on the upside. It's now only up 141 at the moment. And that's what I'm seeing at this point in time on the Dow right now. Okay. Are looking for another run to 250. I don't know. We'll see. We're here. It wouldn't take much. But is there a wave of buying coming in that will make this happen? That is the question. They don't go straight up, not everything. So we'll see. There you have it, guys. We are running along here. Another fun time at the OK Corral. Hope you're having fun with everything, guys. Hope you're enjoying today's show. Thank you again for subscribing to this channel. Appreciate it so much. We love that, and thank you for the thumbs up. 1,300 now have come in. I appreciate that very much. Very kind of you to do that for us. We appreciate the thumbs ups a lot. Let's see. GameStop 244.08, just up $1.50 on the day today. Now 244.61. Gores Holdings 14.42, up 22 cents. It's been positive all day, but it was over $15 first thing this morning. Has not returned to that level yet, but eventually it will. In my opinion, it certainly will eventually. What else have we got going on here? Apple is up 28 cents. Not much going on there. The Dow up 137 now, and S&P up 11, NASDAQ up 16 points. That's what we got. That's what this market is at right now, everybody. 244.49 on GameStop, up $1.93 a share. All right, back to the comments. Any more comments? Yeah, the high that was 250 today. It did touch it, I believe. Volume on GameStop for the day, 6.2 million. High of 250.49. Yeah, so 6.2. That's lighter than yesterday. We're not even going to make yesterday's volume at this pace, the way GameStop is going, and that gets me wondering if the shares will back off a bit today. That's kind of what I'm wondering about. We'll see. Let's see. Okay, Seth, $4.99. Thanks. I was just looking for cheap BC because every close expiry put is about 6.8 per contract. I'd rather put that in Gores, SoFi, VGAC. Thanks again. Just looking for cheap. Okay. Let's see. Do we take this as a good sign that IPOE option chain now has weekly options listed until October? A good sign. It's just reality. All of these stocks will eventually have weekly contracts all the way out for a year. At the moment, you're noticing on some contracts, you can only get them into like January's, or you can get October's. Soon, every contract you're following on these new stocks that I'm recommending, they'll have weekly expiry contracts. So that's where the options professionals in Chicago, they set them up and they start making markets, and liquidity is created, and away we go. So, yeah, welcome to the options market. It's a good sign. It's a sign of maturity. Yeah, I guess that's it. Very good. If you sell a covered call, would you purchase a further out of the money call with some of the premium as insurance? You could do that. You've got a call that expires in a couple of weeks, and you buy an out of the money call, that might expire the same time frame. You could like way out, like maybe, I don't know, $20, $30, $40. I don't know what stock we're talking about here, but theoretically, but that'll take money away from you. They'll take the gain away from you. But if you're writing, like I say, writing calls, you have to pay attention to the market. And if you are, you'll keep an eye on the market, and from time to time, you'll see it run, and then you'll see it back off, and you'll use these waves to make your moves and reassess. Fair enough. Right now, GameStop at 243.56. To me, it looks to me like it's going to go lower, not higher, at the moment, because the volume isn't there. I don't see massive panic buying on GameStop. I see very good action on AMC, but I don't know much longer this can last either. 23.46 on AMC on 209 million. That is heavy volume, yes. But is it going to do 450 to 500 million volume today? It's chopping out. It's topping a little bit right now. Has AMC sort of topped out? Is it time to buy a put contract or 10 on AMC that are 22s, 2250s, 21s? Is it time to scoop something if it goes back to 20, 18? Is it now time to write call contracts on AMC at 25 or 26 and bring in some serious coin? Is this the time? Maybe. It might be. But again, you all have to decide yourselves what kind of risk tolerance you want to be involved with and how active you want to be involved with the trading of the stock. And let's see. Anyway, there are a lot of people thinking that AMC is going to go a lot higher. They think that this is just the beginning of a real run, and everyone has their opinion. I'm not if you don't know by now, I'm not recommending AMC to anybody. I am not. I have not. But it's here. It's here, $22.95 right now. Way to go. If you've made money on it, great. But make more. And you can make more. And there's a way to make more money on AMC here. If you're not a fan of AMC, or you think there's a downdraft coming or a correction, maybe to 16, 17, there's a little test of those levels. There's a put contract in your future, immediate now, future. And you can pick one off for like a month from now, 2 months from now, 6 months from now, whatever you're comfortable with, however many dollars you want to risk it. But it's possible that AMC could give up some of this gain. Of course it is. It's had an incredible run. But folks, it's up to you to decide for yourselves. I have my favorites, and I like talking about my favorites, and that's all I can say. Anyway, there you go. There you go. Yeah, you see, you don't need a random Canadian guy. What can I say? Oh my gosh. Oh man. Colin, you shouldn't do a darn thing in options if you don't know what they are. You shouldn't do a dang thing in options. Oh, and I agree with Uncle Bruce on AMC. From my perspective, I can buy any movie on TV for pennies versus spending $200 at a movie. Anyway, why is this dropping before the meeting? Any concern? Look, I don't know why. I'm not worried about it. I look at this as a buying opportunity on a dip, a serious opportunity. This deal's going down. It's going through. It's going to happen. And this is just, the cheaper this thing gets, these contracts are just being given away. That's all I'm saying. Does anyone know what a 90-day account restriction means? Looks like I can do whatever I was doing. I'm not sure if it's something to worry about. Again, fresh and free. I'm not sure if you're being going to be restricted or you're possibly to be restricted. You got to check with your broker. As long as my AMC isn't higher than the GameStop, I'm cooling. Should I get my booty call sooner or later, Bruce? That's what I want to know. Can you help me out here? Tell me what to do in my life. GameStop 240.56, down $2 on the day on GameStop. AMC 22.80 now, up 3 1/4. Gores Holdings 14.41, up 21 cents, and IPOE 19.39, down 51 cents right now. I'm going to be back on this afternoon at 3 o'clock. We'll talk about all of this again, of course. Keep an eye on it. In the meantime, the Dow is still up 133 points, kind of the low point of the day right now. S&P up 11.3, NASDAQ up 22. We're down to the last 13 minutes of the show. I'll be back on at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Those of you who would like to have a one-on-one session with me, send me an email. Just say, hey, Bruce, I want to talk to you about a one-on-one. When can you squeeze me in? If you want to give me some ideas as to what Saturday or Sunday is best for you, give me some dates, possible times. Use Eastern time as the time. And I will see what I can do to fit you in as close as you'd like it. Hopefully it'll work out. Again, thank you. Those of you who have already booked a one-on-one, I'm looking forward to seeing you Saturday, Sunday, and Monday this week, Saturday, Sunday next week, and so on. Those of you who are looking for classes, they're coming. Everything's under construction right now. This next week, we'll be doing a lot of stuff here. There's a lot of behind-the-scenes work going on that you and I are not talking about, that I'm not showing. I can't show you. It's being done off-site. Very excited about the upcoming classes, and I'm quite excited about getting you guys educated on all kinds of stuff in a more of a small, intimate classroom setting. And then those of you who just want to watch those videos as reruns, you'll be able to watch them as many times as you like, and follow the progress of the classes. So I'm looking forward to that. We'll keep you posted on that timing as well. Again, thank you, those of you who've joined me today as new members. Thank you for the new members. Thank you for those of you who sent donations to us today. Thank you so much. I hope you guys are going to make a lot of money this next few days, next few weeks. I'm excited about what's coming up here. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about going forward here. and I'm looking forward to the upside here. Let's see what else is going on. Yeah, here we go. AMC is like horses and carts. Everyone reminisces about the old romantic days, but they now drive a car. Anyway, there you have it. We'll see what gives. GameStop 240.68, 240.44 down 211. AMC at 22.94 up 338 now. Gores 14.46 up 26 cents. IPOE at 19.46 down 44 cents at the moment. IPOE's annual meeting starts in 40 minutes. And I don't know if it'll last more than an hour or two. It might be over pretty quickly. We'll see about that. I'll be on at 3 o'clock this afternoon. I'll tell you all about it, how it went down. We'll see how the stock's done in the meantime. Could the shares be much higher after the meeting is done? Could be. There could be a lot of excitement after the meeting with the vote officially passed. That might unleash a whole bunch of buying into this stock that's on the sidelines right now, waiting for this deal to go through. We'll follow that. GameStop 239.81. Keep an eye on that stock, folks. If you've written contracts, it might be a little correction coming today or tomorrow, and you might get an opportunity to cover your buy back your contracts at a lower price than you wrote them at, depending on what the stock does. But we'll see what happens. AMC now 22.86 up 331. They got as high as 23.46. They're now 22.86. So they've backed off 60 cents from the high. Still holding a real good run here on 218 million shares. Very heavy contract work or trading. Again, you might look at a put contract on AMC if you're thinking of a bit of a pullback over the next week or two. You might want to look at a month or two out put contracts and just take a shot at a bit of a correction. But when, how, where, what, that's not in my wheelhouse. It's just, it is so overbought. It is unbelievable. But you know what? It's had a run. Can't argue that. Not going to do it. Gores 14.46 up 26 cents. The numbers came out yesterday for Matterport, and they were very good. We're now waiting for Gores official filings to be completed and the official date of the shareholder meeting to vote the deal in with Matterport. Have Matterport take them over. That is imminent. It is imminent. Can't wait. Anyway, thank you everybody for being here. Freddie Baker. I took a few weeks off from YouTube mornings during the lull. Just nice to see familiar names still in the chat. Will you be watching or listening into this? No, I'm not going to be doing that. I don't want to be involved with a meeting where paint dries. No, thank you. Welcome back, Freddie. Mark Blue Sky says afternoon. June, Bill, June, I own a lock on AMC. Just don't see how they can survive long term. The numbers just don't add up. Larry, Uncle Bruce, is it the put play for Royal Caribbean at $90 January 2022? If you can afford the 2022 $90 put, great. If not, maybe one a little further out of the money, but not too much. But January 22, good timing. Longer the better, and as close to 90 as possible. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Okay. Let's go. Thank you, everybody. I'd like to get an idea of the rough cost of classes and capital needed to learn and play. Of course, at your leisure, Bruce, a little time and notice, get the money together. I will give you weeks of notice. I promise you. When we know when the first class starts, we're not going to say, oh, tomorrow we're doing it. That's not going to happen here. You're going to get plenty of time. Members of this channel will be given first dibs to attend classes, obviously. Members earn the right to know about these classes before anyone else does. Members get to book first. It could well be that with the restricted number of people coming into the classes, that the members will gobble them all up for the first months that we do them. I don't know how often we're going to do them. It might be once a week, once every 2 weeks. This is all to be determined. How long they're going to be, the cost, how many people, all this stuff. The reruns, there'll be a cost for those. We have to establish that. There's a ton of stuff we're going to be doing here, and we will give you lots of warning about it. Okay, so nothing overnight, nothing last minute. All right, classes. Laugh out loud. Just playing. Could the class have a Yoko theme song? Maybe, and you. we could have like a theme song, for the classes, in her honor. Maybe we'll have like we'll start the class, and we'll give you 5 minutes to kind of get settled in, and in the meantime we'll have 5 minutes of Yoko singing. Wouldn't that be great? Boy, that'll keep you at attention. Yes, sir. I'm ready. Got my notebook in hand. I'm ready to write. I'm ready for reading and writing and arithmetic, Mr. B. Let's see. Bertie, Zoom meetings, 10 per class, and I'm number 1 on the list. There you go. Michael, you sign up for a class. Bruce will eat bagels nonstop while you watch. There you go. Here's how you butter a bagel. No. Sounds perfect, Michael. I'll sing of you, Yoko. No, Yoko. I'll sing. Don't have Yoko. I'll sing for you instead. Oh, but Yoko would be much more distinguished. It would be more unique. It's unmistakable that Yoko's singing. That must be one of Uncle Bruce's classes. Oh man, what kind of put strategy did you play with, Bruce? Cash secured puts that you sell and buy back, or are you a put buyer that sells to close? I'm a put buyer that sells to close. That's the plan, and that's what I would be planning. On AMC, that's what I'd be looking at. Whatever. And on Royal Caribbean right now. Bagels 101, that's the class right there. I'm going to go further into student loan debt for Bagels 101. No song class, only white blinding neon lights for full attention. This was a Thai boxing theme song. J Ray, thanks, Uncle Bruce. Got to go build some things for work. Catch you in the late show, hopefully. Thanks, J Ray. We'll see you at 3 Eastern, hopefully. Loco, Yoko, no Joko. Cindy Bull, wasn't it fun yesterday to see the top CEOs of U.S. banks grilled by, was it Warren, on charging Americans $1.2 billion in overcharge fees during a pandemic when being given free money by the government? Yeah, that's right. Skylar, Uncle Bruce, can you put in a few more hours each day, please? Laugh a lot. Looking forward to the classes. Come on, Bruce, can you do some work? Dan, Bruce, I have a donation waiting for you. All you have to do is get GameStop to stabilize over $250. Should be easy for a man of your caliber, please and thank you. There you go. There you have it. And we're at 239.63 right now. Mark, Blue Skies, Kalerna for classes, whatever. Visceral, do you think Yoko drinks for look? No, 1.2 billion was only JP Morgan, just them. 12 billion for all the banks. 12 billion. Oh my gosh. Autism will be sitting on a bench with phone in hand on the morning IPO trades at SoFi. Does life get much better? You received a donation from Alexander. Thank you, Alexander. Appreciate it. Auntie, I'm going to pay $50 just to hear Bruce sing. Money well spent. It's way more than 1.2 billion. That was one single bank. 30 billion was reported total. 30. Oh my God, that's insanity. That's crazy. Thank you, Alexander. I guess they never saw me do it before. Actually, son. Okay. He was saying that he had a restriction message on his account. It's now gone. I wrote and bought back like 10 contracts yesterday. Guess they never saw me do that before, and it triggered something. I guess they're watching your show. There you go. Okay. Fantastic, man. That's awesome stuff. I'm glad that worked out for you. Beautiful. Alrighty. Thank you all for subscribing to my channel, becoming members of this channel. It is humbling, and it is so exciting that Jennifer and I, we see how many members keep coming in here, how many keep renewing their memberships. We just love you guys. Thank you so much for your vote of confidence for this channel and everything we're trying to do here. Beautiful. Thank you for the 1,300 thumbs ups and counting now. Thank you very much for those. That is awesome stuff. GameStop 239.05 right now. Let's go. Okay, what do you got right there? The Dow is up 126 points. S&P up 11. NASDAQ up 24. Thank you, everybody. Let's go. Steve, autism. No, the name is Austin. Austin M. Well, I'll put a space in there. Uncle Bruce, I need to schedule a one-on-one. My text was misinterpreted. My text misinterpreted. Sorry for that. 90 to become a member already. Just send me a private email. Seth, and we'll set you up with something. Vic Bruce, what brand of glasses do you wear? These are Costco readers. These are readers from Costco. That's all these are. I buy them 3 at a time, and they last about 3-4 months a piece, and I have to use another pair and another pair and another pair. They just get beat up all the time. They're just Costco readers. Yes, it's like it's Austin, as in Austin, Texas. Poor guy. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. Laughing out loud. My feelings are hurt. Autism 128. Austin M128. Oh man, you need spacing, buddy. Okay, Maya. Love you all. Thank you, Uncle B. Thank you, Maya. Thank you. We're just about done here. I thought his name was Dylan Lexic. Dylan. Oh no. See you this afternoon, Maya. You got it. We'll see you this afternoon at 3:00, everybody. Thank you for being here. Bruce's lenses are magnifying his eye like an anime drawing. Yes, haha. Austin Powers. There you have it. 3:00 this afternoon, I'll be here. Hopefully you guys are going to be here. We're going to see what these stocks are going to do with or without us. We'll watch everything and see where it's going. 235 on GameStop, down $7. Those of you who wrote contracts, get ready. There might be an opportunity to come in here to get your contracts back. We'll see. AMC 2282, Gores 1454. We'll stay on this market. The Dow up only 71 now, a little afternoon or midday pullback, morning pullback. We'll see. S&P up 589, NASDAQ up 10. We'll watch it. I'll be here at 3 to go over it with you. We'll see what happens. Thank you all, and we'll see you later, everybody. And just be good and make a lot of money. And hanging at Ormond Beach in Daytona. Yahoo! I'm an autist. I did readers and finally got to America's Best. Maybe there's Canada Best. I don't know. Colin, what's a comment early this morning? There's no after hours today. There's no after. I don't know what that is. Thank you. Catch you later, Bruce. Have a fabulous day. Catch you later. Later, alligator. We'll see you here at 3:00 Eastern. Thank you, everybody, so much. I appreciate it. Bye for now.